Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. Oh, well, that's quite the cinematic camera. There we go. I guess the game was like, you need to just go look at the sky for a minute and chill out, my man. Since last time, I actually played a little bit. I redid all of the bus lines in the city because a lot of them were at really low utilization. Some of them still are, but overall we're better. And a lot of them were like only saving like 10% of trips. Still have a little bit of balancing to do. There's still a couple of lines that have they fill up before a bus gets to them. Sometimes they're fine, sometimes they're not. Like I really think this bus is gonna get here before this hits. Yeah, see, that's gonna be fine. But it just comes and goes. This one doing fine, but we're not really going to look at buses right now. What we're going to focus on is a big need that I had in the city was we were just importing a ton of goods, and it was causing a lot of truck traffic to be centralized in one location. Granted, we've now made that problem worse by building some industry right here, and currently this is really their only way into the city. I want to change that. I want to get... We've talked about several times about bringing a highway in, kind of just following these railroad tracks, and then kind of going just straight across here. I mean, this is really good land, but what I'm thinking is if we bump the highway right up against this ridge, I'm not planning on really building on these ridges a whole lot. I mean, we may do some really low density stuff, but I'm not really planning on doing much up here just because, you know, the topography isn't really amenable to it, and I don't want to destroy the shoreline. I think it's beautiful. But in places where we can, I would like to build, and that's all of this back here, and even some more maybe over here, and in this area right here. I mean, this is just, granted, everything's high value now because we have the Eden project, but even before that, this would have been, you can see this is still slightly brighter right on the coast because coastal waters are more valuable. Plus, you know, they've got like this natural little hill here. We could maybe do something with that. But it's going to be a challenge to get a highway all the way back here. But I want to be able to have connections back here because if we keep building, they're all going to have to flood down these collectors. We don't have any arterials running through here at all. Like, this is all just collectors, and that's bad. Oh my god, is this hillside on fire again? When is this hillside not on fire? Also, do we have whether it needs to be on? We want the chance for storms and rain and all that good stuff. So that's the that's the main plan for tonight. My keyboard is super sensitive. Is to get a highway in here. We will lose some land here, but basically what I'm thinking is that where the railroad curves off, we'll have the highway continue straight, and then make a curve like right here where the land kind of, or maybe even here, and kind of divide this area a little bit, and then bring it back in across here, and then try to find a way over the river and in. And then if I can, I even want to loop it onto where there's a connection down here. That way they can, if they're coming to this area, they can exit. But this is going to be a challenge as well because of the terrain. Because we have a railroad right here, because the highway isn't straight. There's a plethora of challenges that await us tonight. The first one being deciding the intersection I want to use. I'm terrible at building highway intersections, so I tend to stick to rebuilds. But a lot of these are all at 90 degrees to each other, and that's not what I want. I think I have one that, yeah, like this, like a Y. This is kind of what I'm thinking of here. Though maybe not, because... Yeah, that doesn't really do it for me, because that has that going off too steep in that direction. Maybe I could use this as a guide to build my own? Ooh, that terrifies me. Just to see how they built theirs, and maybe I can do my own. Also, I don't know where we're gonna fit the thing. Let's put that there and study it. I mean, it looks fairly simple. So that lane goes that way, that lane goes that way, that lane goes that way, that lane goes that way. And it looks like a fairly simple thing to do. I just have to make it a reality. And where do we fit the railroad in all of this? Oof, I don't even know. So basically what we would need to have would be an exit going that way, and then a loop coming back, and then an exit that kind of goes off and over, and then an exit that comes this way. We could even maybe make that a tunnel, and come up this. We could maybe make the whole thing a tunnel and just avoid the railroad tracks altogether. Possibility. That is definitely a possibility. But first things first, I want to come down here and see where my tracks are parallel or straight. It looks like right here they start going straight. I'm just going to use dirt roads for the moment. I want to see where this goes, like where this winds up on a straight line. Where the hell's my dirt roads? I passed them. Where they are. There they are. Okay. So, yeah, right here, I want to be about that far away from the railroad tracks. Yeah, that is nice and straight. So if we do that and then just continue this out, where does this naturally kind of go? So let's turn on our, turn off our zoning, and not turn off zoning adjuster. Hello, can you go away? Why is that staying open? Turn that off. There we go, and now it's gone, yay! Now I can get in here to our train heights view and see where this... So right about here, and this is the inner lane, so I would want to even start curving probably a little before that, because the other highway lanes would be probably about here, roughly. It's just a guesstimation. Hey, Kiltastic, what's up, my dude? Let's see what that looks like upgraded, if they're close enough or not. That's a pretty big separation. Yeah, that's a little... Why are we underground? Because I hit the underground tool, that's why. We're building a highway tonight, Kiltastic. How's World War III? Seems like that would be a really quick game. Someone fired the nukes, the end. I want these to be... How far apart are these? There's like... a separation of 80 there. Which is that much. Oh. I did it again. I keep hitting V instead of B, and V is the build it or destroy it underground mode. Let's bring this down almost all the way to the end. It's not quite straight, is it? Or is it? No, it is not quite straight. Oof, how did I manage that? Yeah, we are definitely expanding as we go. Well then, there's an easier way to do this. I don't know why I'm making this difficult. When there's a tool that I have in a mod that will just build me a parallel road. So we're going to do that. Let's come back in here with our 80. And then let's select the right tool, which is here, I think. You bugger off. Thank you. Create parallel mode. There we go. So that segment and that segment. Wait, I want it to be highways. Now let's do it. That segment and that segment. Just want to bump that over. How do you move it? Plus or minus? No. Change height. Oh, minus or equals change offset. There we go. We'll line that up roughly in the middle of that. It's good enough for me. And hit enter. And done. That. Look how easy that is. It just creates perfectly parallel road. Pretty hard because it's your first time really using M and K. What is M and K? Apparently holding shift. I didn't know that. Holding shift takes you... Oops. No, I don't want to turn sticky keys on. Oopsie. Alright, so a mouse and keyboard. I always see it. KBM. Keyboard and mouse. Gotcha. I've gotten used to it in some games, and other games, I just can't do it. Like, so can I just come, like, way down here and just select the end node? No, I've got to select every one, really? Alright, how far can I go, then? I can go pretty damn far. So I can go to there. Now, again, we just kind of use this, eyeball it. Thankfully, we have like this little white line right here, and it tells me how many meters apart they are as well, here in the middle. So I know 34 meters is what we're going for, and wha-bam! We have another parallel road. So let's now take a peek at our train heights here. We do have some weird terrain happening through here, but I think it's okay. I think it'll be fine. There's no significant grades, though it did make a bridge there for some reason. We can fix that. So back into this view. Now I just want roads, and back into this view, and let's see how far up here we want to bring these. So right about there. Actually, right about here is where I want the turn to happen. And it made it a whole damn thing a bridge, didn't it? Oh well. It's okay. It's not okay. I don't approve. Let's fix the bit that's a bridge. Which is kind of hard to see with this view on. Oh my god, how much of it's bridge? There we go. That much is bridge. And so that's at 0 meters. Cool. Now we can come all the way down to here, and we'll stop here because I'm not really sure where this turn needs to happen. I think this is actually probably a good place to start the turn, so it can be a nice gentle turn going that way. So get rid of that. And then we will come in here, turn this view back on. And I want to bring it just like right up to the edge of where the terrain starts to raise up and just swoop this direction. Just a nice, gentle turn. So we will now go back into our parallel road tool, and let's get this to be the same length here. So right about there's where it starts turning. Where does it start turning? Kind of hard to tell. Right here, yeah? No. Just go there. Let's get our nodes lined up. am I going to get the nodes lined up? Like that? That'll work. Because that'll create a node in both places. There's now a node there and a node there. So that will do what we need. So now I want to bring this here down to here. And I want to switch the sides that it's on. There's a way to do that. Tab. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Tab is clearly also set to something else. Oof. Okay, so maybe we'll just use the minus and see if that'll work. That'll work. It won't. What else is tab set to here, though? Okay, some other mod is using tab right now. And I don't want that. What if I do control tab invert? Yeah, it's the same thing. Alright, what other mod is using tab then? It looks like a camera mod. Shift control home. Not this one. See, keypad plus, keypad enter, keypad enter. Okay, so it's not that one. Not that one. Somewhere there's a mod that is doing weird things. It's kind of my only... We're just going to have to go through them all. That sucks. Key binding. No. Actually, let's go up to the main game. Key mapping and see if there's something here that tab is doing. Nothing here. Game. I didn't know you could set hotkeys for all of this. Oh my god, I could set this up to my stream deck. Such a nerd, though it's kind of way up there. Map editor. No, we're not even in that map editor. We're not in asset editor. We're not in any of the editors. Okay. So let's just look through these and see what is getting activated by tab. Alt B, Control Shift T. Spawn points is Control P. Bulldoze it. Camera positions. Make sure Control Shift saves the camera position. Control. It's tab that's causing our problem. Actually, you know what we could do? We could maybe just change the network to use a different key. Maybe. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. This is really gonna take a while, isn't it? Oof. Oh my god, you can hide all this stuff. Shortcuts and modifiers. Nope, nothing there. Fine road anarchy, nope. Fine road tool, nope. Loading order mod shouldn't even have any because it just does its own thing. Measure it. It has its own control panel. Move it. Alright, we're conflict even move it. Control tab. That would only be active when move it's active. Network multi-tool. That's what we're using right now. Oh Jesus. Let's find the one. There we go. Switch selected circle. Now create connection mode. Create parallel offset. Let's make this a different key. Let's make it just function. And let's do Alt Control and Alt Shift. It's not registering any key. I'm gonna make it A. We're gonna need to make it A. It is now A. Oof. Okay. There. all the way down to there. Did that update the menu in real time? Oh my god, it did. So, A. Hey, there we go. Oh, and then I fucked it up because I hit a different key somehow. I love this keyboard, but man, the keys are super sensitive. So what was it, 34 meters? I believe it's 34 meters. Yep, so we just boop right there. And then we come in here and just get rid of that. And then connect that up, and now we have two nice parallel roads again. So that might not be a bad place to cross the river down there. The only thing is... Let me look at the topography. Let's look at our terrain heights here. Actually, that's not too shabby. And then bring it in through here and then start looping back and somehow get through these hills. Probably with tunnels is going to be my guess. All right, let's see. Let's stick with this outer road. See where we go. Here. Down here. Here, and then a bridge. This one to be on the ground over here. There we go, cool. We'll have another bridge. Ooh, this doesn't quite hit this side where I want it to. This is going to have to be a tunnel through here. And that doesn't leave me a whole lot of space to make an exit off the highway over here. But I suppose I could do it over here. Like, if we turn in the tunnel... Yeah, we'll turn in the tunnel. Okay. So we'll bring this to the edge. We'll bring this across to here. I would almost like this to be one continuous height going across even this island. That's something I can do in a minute. Okay, then can this road tunnel? I don't think this road can tunnel. It cannot, so I'm gonna have to switch just a regular concrete road. Where does this really start going up? Right about there. So what I'm gonna do is run this to here. Let it go up the hill, but then we're gonna turn it into a tunnel. And I'm going to kind of aim for where I want this to go here. I want it to go like about here-ish. Let's do that, and that'll work. And then let's do some work on all of this. So where this starts going really steep uphill, I want to go ahead and just convert it to a tunnel. I can do that through the power of mods. You just come in here and say upgrade, and that bit is now a tunnel. It looks weird because there's no tunnel on the other end. But we're about to fix that as well. First things though, is this at 0 meters? Yes, cool. So where does this start going uphill significantly? Right about here-ish. Okay. And that might have not have been where we wanted that, but we'll take a look here in a minute and see if we can't make that a little better. And that should have fixed this end. Yep, that fixed this end. We're a little bit doing weird things here, but not to worry. All could be adjusted. So I like this height right here. So what we're going to do is use move it. And we are going to grab all of these network nodes as far back as I can. Raise them to that height. So we might have to push our tunnel entrance a little farther back. Then I need to grab all the nodes here. I wish it was possible to, like, click with move it to have it I don't know, like if I select this node and then select that node, that it automatically selects everything in between. I think that would be pretty rad. There, that kind of fixes our entrance there on this side, and it doesn't make that blob anymore. We're still a little blobby right here. I think I can resolve that by just changing where the tunnel starts. Yeah, that's better. There we go. So see, it's now just a nice, gentle tunnel through the hills. Here on this side, we need to do the same thing. Just shove this back until it actually is sunken in a little bit. There we go. And then, actually, no, I don't want it to go that far. This will still be a tunnel. Yeah, that's still sunken down. Donkey, what's up, my dude? You guys still playing 5M? There we go. So that gives us a nice tunnel through that hill, so we don't have the highway doing really weird things. You are? Cool. But then, on this end, I really want these to the height of this. So now, I'm going to go back through, and with this tool, set my slope from here to... It doesn't want to let me go above ground. How do I get it to let me go above ground now? Here, okay, like that. So right here, we've got a really steep 4% grade, but it's flat all the way back there. So we've got all those selected. If I hit enter, boom, that now averages that out to a 0.4% grade all the way through here. So it going this way, you're not going up a steep hill. Going this way, not coming down a steep hill inside of a tunnel. I'm digging it. We're getting there. Oof, this is some work, though. So let's finish this, get it all to the height that I want. Charlie just lost his connection. There's a big surprise, said no one ever. I feel bad for Charlie. I really do. I've had crap internet like that before, and I know what an absolute pain in the ass it is. I'm gonna make this bridge as well, just leading into the tunnel so it's not disturbing the train on that end. So now you just move it on this side, because again, I want to leave this elevated somewhat up above this island. So if I have anything on this island, I can just go under the highway instead of a bunch of overpasses over the highway. So we want to make all of that height. Granted, that's not enough room to get a road under, but we can deal with that. And then I want to come into my slope tool and slope from here to here. Again, big grade right there. Don't want that. Now it's 2% grade. It's still a little steep, but it's not insurmountable. And that gets that all the way to there. We need to eventually bring the other lane across as well, but I still want to plan out where this highway is going. So back into our dirt roads. And go to about here, across the river. And then just straight across, just wherever it wants to go. And to there. Hey, Cardinal. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Building a new highway. I know it looks like dirt roads right now, but trust me, it is a new highway. Now the challenge is getting it over here. Because I don't need any more connections down here. We're not going to build anything. This is going to be just to travel. So let's snap onto there. Let's see what we can do here. I want to bring it out, like, up here somewhere. But again, I don't really know how I'm going to do this because of where the rail is and all of that good stuff. But for now, I'm going to bring it to right here and terminate at the rail. Now, obviously, excuse me. Obviously, you don't want interstate style highway going up and down and over these hills. So we are going to once again turn to the mods. We're going to hit the upgrade. We're going to hit that. And then we're going to look at our train heights. Oh, excuse me. And just find a place where we start going up, which is about there. That's right. That can't be a tunnel. That may be a little too soon. But we can fix it. And we just make all of this a tunnel. Until we get back down over here where it's a little less insane. So obviously tunnel looking weird right now, but again, we can fix that. Is that where I want this tunnel to start, or do I want it to start more on there? I want it to start more back there. So we change this. I don't want this big hill here is the problem. Okay, let's make that back to a tunnel. And what I'll do is come through, move it, and grab this node and this node, set them to the height of that node, and we'll go underground. And select about 50,000 nodes. It's not that many, but it's going to feel like that many by the time I get done. Like, just all the way through under here. And this should solve several problems at once. I think. If my understanding of the terrain here is correct. It will resolve a lot. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? What's everybody up to? Planning for the weekend that begins tomorrow night. There. Okay, so all of those nodes I want to bring, I gotta go back above ground, they're all still selected, to the height of that. And that now gets us a nice flat tunnel all the way through there. And it doesn't do weird things with the train here. However, it does very weird things right there. Oof. So we're going to have to adjust this one now. No, this end. Because obviously that's a bit of a drop down into that tunnel. So I clearly misunderstood the sloping that was needing to happen here. Okay, so what I'm hoping I can do is set my slopes with this. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It's not connected with the others, it says. Oof. Alright, how do I make this work with a tunnel? Just come under here. Can't go that far. Can't go that far because it's not connected. Is it because it's two different road types here? Is that the problem? I think so. Because now I can select all of that. Okay. And I want to slope that. Oh, wow. Can I not go that far back? Go here. I can go here. Can't go there. Well, that'll be far enough back to do the slope. That is a 33% grade. That's like going up a hill like that. Oof. Boom. Now it's 1.1% grade all the way up. Magic. So that tunnel slowly climbs up inside the hill to reach this elevation over here. Is this a big climb? Nah, that's pretty gentle. The only other thing I might want to do is maybe just make this a bridge. I don't know. So we'll be able to get like an exit off of here, an exit off of here, a tricky exit off of here. If we wanted to, even some exits down here off the highway. Dude, this is what we're doing. We're making a big, long highway. To connect into our existing highway. Because there's only one highway that runs through the whole map. And it starts here, and it meanders all the way around. And I just don't want to funnel all the traffic for everything we're going to wind up building eventually way back here. I don't want to funnel all that just through here. So we've got to make a highway connection. I still don't know how we're going to make this highway connection, but we are going to make a highway connection. Going to be bleaching the house in preparation for washing and painting it. Bleaching the house? Like outside? By the way, real quick, just make sure the city doesn't have any major issues right now. I mean, other than traffic that we have always had, which is still here. I did fix the traffic over here, though. Added a bunch of extra lanes and a bus back here, and that seems to have solved the problem. Still get a little bit of people wanting to park here, but it's not the gridlock back here that it was. Also, we filled out a lot of the. I filled out a lot of the rest of this kind of off camera. We had massive unemployment. We still had pretty high unemployment, but it was like 42%. Going with dark gray and fresh white trim. Very modern. So yeah, I went ahead. All this space that we hadn't zoned last week is now predominantly just office space. Office and commercial, just to get places for people to work. We've got a few places complaining about not enough goods, but for the most part, we're fine. I put in a warehouse over here. Sadly, doesn't quite fill up as quickly as I would like, but whatever. I could bring a train back here, but I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, that reminded me. I want to check to see how many people are riding this. 452, 48, and 474. So most people are just going this way, but we do have about 50 people going up the hill to go visit these tourist destinations. Which is kind of cool. I guess the third one's not really a tourist destination. Why am I not in the game? There we go. I didn't bump anything inside of OBS today. It's interesting, you know, talking about painting stuff, Donkey. When I lived in Missouri, I rented the whole time that I lived there. I didn't own a house. At least in Springfield. And one year they decided they were gonna repaint. I lived in this like row of duplexes, and they just decided they were gonna repaint them all. And I didn't think anything of it. They came through and they scraped and they power washed and all that stuff. And that is a steep grade, and I did not make it any better. But it does climb up a mountain, so what do you expect? But then they started painting, and they could, like, for years when I had lived there, my house had just been beige. And why don't we have power? Wow, okay. Power has suddenly become a problem. And one day I came home, and my house is blue. After quite a long time of having lived in, like, I got really confused because I drove up to where I knew my house was and go to pull in and hit the garage sort of thing, and I look up, I'm like, wait, am I at the right house? Because the house next door had been blue for the longest time. I really thought I was just at the wrong house. Just like, man, Warner Brother. I was so, I was confused. All right, let's get our parallel road tool back in service here and get all of this going. Just want to use dirt roads wherever we can. Not as dark or blue than that. However, I did live inside of a big blue box after that, and, you know, being a Doctor Who fan, that made me happy. So we grab that, and we come to here, and we hit the letter A, and then we offset this by 34 meters. Oh, love this tool. What's up, Cardinal? Makes it so easy to make parallel roads. I mean, that's kind of its name, so you would expect it to, but... It's going to get a bit wonky once we get up here to the tunnels, but we'll deal with it. I've never parallel roaded. You see people leaving. In your city, you see people leaving. How can you tell why? It's really tricky. Like, you kind of have to play detective. Like, right now, I've got a negative weekly change. That could be... I barely have more births than deaths right now, so we could do some more like childcare center, and that would increase our birth rate. I haven't done any childcare centers since I built the medical center because their health is already perfect, but I can boost the birth rate with childcare center. If it's not because your death rate is higher than your birth rate, then you just got to look at city services and happiness. Like, go through and it's kind of hard to show you on a city where they're all already happy. But, like, if they're not happy, if you hover over here, it'll tell you why they can't level up. And that, like, it needs to be covered by more services, or there's not enough education, or stuff like that. Another clue, and this is probably why I'm losing people right now, is a minute ago we had 10% unemployment. Now we have, well, it's jumped back up to 10, but it's going 9, 10 as people leave. So they can't find a job in this city. So they're leaving. They're moving out. And then it probably jumps back up to 9 when somebody gets born and grows up. This will eventually work itself out if you're not too high. Like, if you're much above 10%, your city could die from unemployment. So, you know, look at your services, and by services, you know, that's water, power, trash, healthcare, fire, and police, and education. After that, parks. Make sure they're happy that everybody has a park. That's an important one that people overlook quite a bit. And just, you know, make them happy and make them want to stay. And that's all done through services. All the various services that cost lots and lots of money. And utilities. What's really weird is I have a really high demand for residential right now. Even though we were losing people. That's unusual. Very unusual. What that tells me is we probably have a lot of buildings. Yeah, I've got a total of almost 87,000 jobs. I've got, what, like 17,000 vacancies. So that's why my residential demand is high. That's a call from industry, offices, and commercial saying we need more people to work here. What I need is for these 17,000 people, or these 9% people that are unemployed, which would be about 15,000 people. I need them to go work in these 17,000 empty jobs. That could be a breakdown of public transit. Maybe that job is too far away and they don't want to go. So that could be something I can investigate to see to make sure my transit is getting people where they need to go, where the jobs are. I mean, this is a huge employer over here. There are, see, I've got 7,000 jobs open right here. That tells me I'm not doing a good job bringing people over here, which I kind of thought I was, to be honest, because I have a bus line that comes over here to the train station and then drops them off right next to the bus line that takes them all throughout here. I thought that was sufficient. And then they can grab the train and take the train to either here or to the airport, where the airport and this train terminal both have access to buses and subways. So I would think my mass transit's fine, but apparently it's not. Even though I have significantly boosted it, I was only getting about 4,000 per week, and I redid on my buses just to kind of make them make a bit more sense than they did. As I had built out my buses, so I had some really disjointed bus networks, and I've since come through and I deleted them all and redid the whole damn thing and made them make more sense. So I've got a transportation problem in my city. That's why those 17,000 jobs are vacant, which is why I have high demand for residential, even though I don't have enough people employed. I hope that all made sense. In my head, it made sense. I don't know if it made sense in anybody else's head. So back to parallel road tool from here to here. Switch it to the other side. And this, I don't know if this, yeah, this will make bridges where there's supposed to be bridges. I didn't know it would do that. And we want this at 34 meters because we know that's what the other ones are. Do that, and then it doesn't connect the roads, sadly. You gotta, like, delete the segments at the end and then reconnect them. Have your mind, I want you to be a bridge. So I'm gonna force you to be a bridge. There we go. Now I'm gonna force you to be a bridge. Cool. And I'll worry about leveling it all out later. Now, the part that I've never done, I've never tried using the parallel road tool on tunnel. So wish me luck. Oh, it's just as easy as the rest of them. Okay. I didn't know if it would know I wanted the tunnel there or not. It did not make that a tunnel. It just sunk it in the ground. Isn't that awesome? See, it's alright. We can fix it. Oh, that's right. The road I have selected can't be a tunnel. Okay. That's not the game being broken. That's me being broken. Yep. And I'm not going to connect right there yet because I want to get this section done. So I want to go back above ground. And select from here all the way down to here. If it'll let me, it won't. Where will it let me? Yep, down the other side of the road. Ooh, I'm using a different road now, so I don't know. Yeah, my measurements are off. Okay, I need to stick to this. Otherwise, my measurements get off. So from there. How far was that going to let me go? It'll let me go there. Okay. Now flip it to the other side. Oh, yeah, my measurements are still off. Okay, never mind. It adjusted as I started moving it. Got a little worried there. Put that in. And now I can connect this to the tunnel. But I got to use a regular road to do so. Yep. My curved road tool and just make that connection. And same down here, but this is straight. And my tunnel should be, Yeah, pretty much lined up. They aren't over here because it's in the middle of a curve. I think I'm okay with that. But this one goes a little farther back. Gonna have to do some leveling some things out and stuff like that, but for the most part, we're getting there. We are slowly but surely getting there. And then the hard part begins. The hard part is going to be getting them connected in a nice, elegant way in places that are not ideal to make highway connections. Switch back to this road because it has to be a tunnel. Ground. Parallel road tool. Let's see if I can't get this whole tunnel done in one shot. I can't. It's sad. How far can I go? There. It's not. There's my measurement. And 34 meters. Cool. Now I need to connect this to there. I need to go back and do the rest of this tunnel. This is nerve-wracking. I've never done a big highway project like this ever. Ever. You guys are witnessing my first time. Like that. I think it's going all right, though. I think we're getting there. I just want to do that one. Oh, hey, it remembered what side it needed to be on. That's nifty. I don't know how it did that, but I'm all for it. And then I just need to connect this to the tunnel underneath. Like there is a bit of a curve here. And that put that really a lot farther back than I want it. So I'm going to upgrade that segment into a tunnel as well, and then that gets there. Cool. So that gets that part of it knocked out. Now I just need to like go through and make sure that like, yeah, it looks nice and flat through there. Looks like they follow the same elevation pretty well. Maybe not right here, they don't. No, they're pretty good. It was down here, I think there was some problems. No, they're actually on the same elevation. It's just I've got a weird bridge there right now. And then over here... Oh, this is where it was. Okay. So I need to do my slope tool. And keep up ground. And go from here to there. And just slope that off nicely. And those should now be pretty identical. They look pretty identical to me. Now, how do I make this connection? I need to get this highway connected into this highway here. And then I need to connect it to the same highway again down here. This one I don't think is going to be as big of a deal. Whoops. I'm going to need to pause because we're going to have to destroy a few things here. By a few things, I mean a lot of the highway and railroad. I have an idea for the exchange I want to use here. I just don't know how big it is. I also don't know where it is. Yeah, I want to do so. Oh, it's humongous. Humongous. Way bigger than I was expecting. There's a smaller version of that? Yeah, it's got to be the right-hand side because it's going to have room to get that curve through. So I want it to be right about there. But I also want it to kind of be aiming at the highways roughly, so I don't have to make a really sharp connection. I want it about there. And then we got to figure out how the train's going to get through here as well. I may just make this whole bit a bridge. For now, let's worry about reconnecting our highway here. Shouldn't be too hard. Curved road tool as our guide, and that was easy. On that side. This side, I think I'm going to back this off a little bit because this is pretty steep, or a pretty sharp turn. Oops. I mean, I have $500,000 to play with. Let's waste it all. What I think I want to do here is start my turn right away off of here. So let's find my 4-lane. Actually, let's do this. There we go. Now let's find my 4-lane. Bring that out to right to the edge of this one. Looks good. And then hopefully my curved road tool will help here. I don't know if it's not gonna. What I'm gonna have to do is make a bend. So I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna use my. You guys can't see it. It's behind the camera. There we go. There is a elevation thing there. Or not an elevation, but a measuring tape, basically. I am gonna bring this out as close to 400 as I can. 400.33, and then come up to this mark on my rail. And then try to do that again here. So 400. And right there. Cool. And then I should be able to use my curved road tool to make my connection. Ooh, it still thinks there's a road here. Oh, that's because there's a road there. That works. This does not need to be 4 lanes all the way back to here, though. We can go down to 3 lanes, probably like here. Both sides. Let's flip this around, going the right way. Still have 2 sections going the wrong way. There, that gets that connected, and this will get disconnected in a minute. Actually, that is connected there. I just need to get rid of that and get rid of that. Oopsie. Lost my tunnel. That's fine. So, let us now go underground, find our tunnel, and make our connection using the curved road tool. Ooh, it does not like it. Yeah, that'll work. And then hopefully do the same here. That should work. We just need to flip this one around. And that gets that connected. Now we just have to upgrade this to 3-lane all the way through. Pretty sure that'll be enough 4-lane. I may just give them 1 more space of 4-lane there. And then we will upgrade the tunnel to be a 3-lane highway. Except it's going the wrong direction. Also going to turn Anarchy back off so that I'm not paying twice to upgrade the same segments. So that's one highway in connected, and that's the simpler one. We still have to fix the rail. It does not want to upgrade there. So for that, we're going to have to turn Anarchy back on. Is that not connected? I think that's maybe where we did 2 different segments. So let's just fix that. Come on, snap on. Yeah. There we go. Now it seems fine. Back to upgrading. Oops, I went too far. It's alright, because we can do this and that. Cool. I want to come back up above ground. And continue upgrading. I'm really impressed that the parallel road tool knew which direction to build the roads. Like, I'm not having to reverse the direction of these roads at all. That's really impressive. Except for here. Except I think I drew that one, so can't blame the tool. Back underground, please. Thank you. Back above ground. Oh my god, how far below ground was that? Hopefully this remains a bridge. Looks like it is. Very happy to have this highway back here. I've talked about it for a long time and just never did it. So it's a good thing. It's also a very noisy thing. Lots of thud right now. Need to remember to go back to the other end and reconnect the rail line. I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to figure it out. Also need to do just a little bit of work on slopes and things on that intersection that we just made, because it's a little rough at the moment. I can't really unpause the game until I get the railroad reconnected. It doesn't want to do that one. Oh man, pickups. There, flip that around. Flip this around. This is going the wrong way. So for part of the parallel roads, it got them in the right direction. For part, it didn't. I don't really get that. And that should be good to go now. Oh, no, we missed a bridge. There we go. Alright, so now let's go back down here. Get these slopes a little bit better. Like, this goes up a hill and back down a hill and then back up a hill. I don't think that's necessary. What I would like to do is see if we can't just get one nice gentle slope from here to there. And the same on this side. That side's a little higher for some reason. I don't really know why. It's really awkward. It looks very strange. I don't like it. So we're gonna fix it. You to the height of that one. You to the height of that one. You and you to the height of that one because they're a little low. And then I guess we can start sloping from there. Oh, that slope looks fine. So are these decks now the same height? I don't think they are. So I'm gonna just do some things here. Oopsie. This is what I want. I'm just gonna do something that seems counterintuitive, but in my mind makes sense. Let's get everything at the exact same height there, and then slope it again. So that's 2%. That changes it to 0.5% all the way across. Hopefully we get the same thing on this side. Yes. So this looks a little odd right here. Why is that? Is this just two different highway types? No, they're just not lined up properly for some reason. Well, that's where we can go in here with the node controller. I can click here, and then I want to align this corner to that corner. And then I want to do the same thing over here. I want to align this corner to that corner. And that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. And then I also want to tell it that this is just a middle, so that it doesn't have that weird gap between the two of them. And now that looks nice and smooth. You come down through here. Granted, still a big slope right here. This is easy enough to fix with our slope tool. Go from here to there and hit enter. And from here, there, and hit enter. Bit steep, but you're slowing down anyway to go around the corner, so it'll be okay. And now I need to figure out where the railroad is going to go, and it looks like naturally I should just be able to get a bridge in right here pretty easy. So what I'm going to do is cheat a little bit. I'm going to leave Anarchy on, and I'm just going to connect this like that, and then I'm going to come back in with the railroad tool and upgrade quite a bit of it to be bridge segments. Yeah, that took the connection out. Good. So over here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to do the same on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll go in with move it, find. It's going to be tricky to find that node. It's kind of. Here, let's do this. Let's bring this way the heck up. Maybe that'll bring that node up with it. Nope. I want that node right there, and I can't get to it. Look at that. It's not a train anymore. It's a roller coaster. That node right there is problematic, so I'm going to delete this and this. And try this again. See if I can't get the node somewhere where I can grab it. Any way for me to get under there? I really don't want to delete this section of highway if I don't have to. Alright, here's what I can do. I can move this section of highway. Grab that node. It won't work, okay. So I'm going to have to just force it to have a node there, because I need a node there. We're just going to boop right there, because I need to be able to grab right there. So we're going to bring this, this, and this up high enough to clear the highway. Oh, there's another node there? Really? Alright, can I use node controller to get rid of that node? I can. Beautiful. Now let's bring it up. And it doesn't have to be super high. Like, it just basically has to be about light pole height right there. And that's fine. And obviously, that's too steep for the choo-choo train. But that's where the slope tool comes in to play once again. And 2% grade, a little rough for a train, but not impossible. The 3% would be one I'd be a little more worried about. But that gets the train up and over, reconnected. The highways are connected on this end, so traffic can continue flowing through. Oh, they already did the lane markers. Cool. Lane markers are all set, ready to go. This curve looks a little much coming out of there, but I think I can live with it. And it's pretty flat going into the tunnel. Like, you don't dip way down like you'll see with a lot of tunnels in Cities Skylines. The only thing is just how that is, and I don't really know what to do about it. I've got some assets somewhere that are like tunnel entrances. I think they're parks. Yeah, tunnel entrance. Let's see what these look like if I put them here. Maybe I can make this look better. We're gonna have to place them and then lower them. With move it. Let's bring that down. That. Yep. And this one, I'm going to set to the height of that one. And then go back in, and there's these blocks that you can put in to kind of make this all look like one big cohesive thing. Block 2, I don't know what the difference between my two blocks are. Slope too steep. Really? Never used these before. I don't really know what I'm doing. Which should surprise no one. So let's just see what we can do here. Like how we can make this look nice. That wasn't there, thank you. Ooh, the grids don't line up. I don't like that. Is the other block better? Those grids don't line up either. Well, why the heck not? That at least looks better than just having thing stick up. I don't really know what else to do with it beyond that. I mean, I could over here on the sides soften it out a little bit. Like right here, so it's not just cutting in so hard. Maybe soften that back a little bit. I have to come way over here to get this to work, and we're going to bring strength up. Looks a little better. Then we need to do a little softening right here at the highway as well, because it looks kind of funky. You don't line up. I line up fine, Kiltastic. Shut up. My face is perfectly symmetrical. Actually, that's not true. Nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. That's a little weird, but we'll just hide it with trees, I guess. Same here. We'll just hide it with something. But this should be the same height, and it isn't. There's no reason for this to be higher. Ooh. That's tricky. There's not a node there. So why is there a hill in the middle of it? Why is there a hill there? If there's not a node there, why is there a hill there? Well, we're about to put a node there. And get rid of it in a minute. So I need to lower that down. That Jeep's like, what? Oh, that doesn't do it either. Crap. Yeah, I don't know why there's a hill there. I'm confusing the traffic. Like, wait a minute. There was a node to drive through there just a second ago. I don't get why there's a hill there. I'm also really not sure what to do to fix it. That kind of goes a little wonky right there. I wonder if I can use move it with snapping turned on to sort that. Nope, I don't like that. I don't like what it just did. It's a little better. Yeah, I really don't understand this hill. I don't know. And I don't know what to do to fix it. Oh well, we'll just leave it. Train's doing good. They're going up and over. Nobody's going to come this way yet because there's nowhere to go. You got a new mouse. What'd you get? I think before I worry about getting this connected, I'm going to connect this up. Corsair Guitar Pro Wireless. Sounds cool. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds cool. So here, I don't need anything too fancy. I don't believe. I just needed to kind of get aligned with the road here, and that's going to be tricky. I think right about here is going to be where I want it. It's got 5 mouse buttons. I don't know how many mine has. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got these 2 on the right that I don't really... Oh, I forgot to turn the camera back on. It's got these 2 on the right that I don't really like because I bump them a lot. But it's a true ambidextrous mouse. But the lightweight's nice, isn't it? Like when I go... Whenever my batteries die and I have to go back to my crappy mouse, this old Logitech piece of brick, like my hand gets tired from using it because it's so... like, just heavy. Alright, so where does this naturally go? To about here. But I don't want that sharp of a curve, so let's bring it out on this one. Okay, let's use this one. I want anarchy off, so I want to make sure this bridge is actually going to go over properly. Alright, you're going to be picky with me? That's fine. Let's right here. Just kind of eyeball it for both sides. Cool. And then I think I went to the wrong one. No, that's the one I wanted. I can get it over with 8. I can get it over with 8. Why doesn't that look like that's going to line up? Oh, it does. So this side, we need to work on this slope. That's ugly. So what I'm going to do is upgrade that to a bridge and upgrade that to a bridge. And that's going to be the only bit on the ground. Yay, our intersection is going to have to be right there. And whoopsie, give me that back. We slope from there. There. Boop. That's still a big grade. Also, why is this so ugly in the middle? Can you not be ugly, please? Slope. There you go. Still steep, but whatever. I'm not happy about the intersection being forced right there, but whatever. So I'm thinking if I get this connected, we'll start seeing some traffic come down here. And we're just going to do a very simple on-ramp here. I want this to come out at 90 degrees, but it doesn't want to, but it should. I built this parallel to the highway. Instead, I'll use my dirt roads. There we go. Now it's cooperating. Anarchy is off. We're just going to give him a nice little run up there. How long was this one? 25, 20. I wanted this to be about the same. Right there. And then it's already occupied. Don't think so. We can fix that ugliness that it made. And 25, 20. Because what we're going to do is bring this down to 2 lanes underneath the overpass. Go, and then right here we just need to kind of, well, first of all we need to turn that into highway segment. That did a weird thing. It's alright, we can fix it. So it's going the wrong way. Cool. And then sloping tool. To all 4 ramps. And then we just need to do some lane markings. This doesn't need to be 4-lane above here. This one needs to be a 2-lane red. So we're going to downgrade that. And then we're going to do our lane markings. Excuse me. I don't want people using this to go straight across. Same over here. That would be dumb. I don't want these people going left to make a U-turn. I just don't want them doing that. So we're going to do lane markings. You cannot go straight. You cannot go left. You cannot go left. You cannot go straight. So basically they can come up here, go straight across, make a left, go that way. You want to go that way, then go that way. And people that are coming in from both sides can exit going into town. And I bet we should start seeing some usage on this. Now, I want to figure out where this is going to all connect up. I want this pretty much in the middle here. I didn't really need a trumpet, to be honest. That should be fine. If it winds up not fine, then we can deal with it. But eventually we should start seeing some cars come down here. Maybe. Speed limits. I want a really high speed limit. Go away, roundabout builder. Go away. I want a really high speed limit on this highway. I want this to just be really attractive for getting there. So we're going to up it to 80. Whole highway, so I got to go underground. And hold shift. That should have got us all the way through the tunnel. Ooh, I missed a spot going up to 3 lanes. Let's fix that right quick. I don't know how I missed that, but I did. Go. Back to speed limits. Go back underground. Yep, that changed that. 80. 80. Above ground. We're at 80. Did he get the whole thing? Holy shit, I think he got the whole thing. Let's just go check way down here. Nice. It looks like it's 80 all the way through. Until we get here, and that's where I want it to slow back down. Yeah, but it's still... Oh, hey, we have a truck. We have a truck using the thing. Where's he going? Oh, he's going way over there. Cool. Look at that. He's using our new highway, guys. Let's check out the first-person ride of this highway. See if we've got any lumpy bits or parts that don't make sense. This new highway is going to cost us a lot of money. It's nice and flat. The curve was gentle. I don't know what's going to happen when we get to the tunnel. A little bit of a hill, a little bit of a dip, but that's okay. It's not anything significant. We climb up to go over our bridges. Oh, there's a truck coming back the other way too. Sweet. Yes, they're using it. Okay, well that's an interesting view of the tunnel. There's a mod that will actually create tunnels. Okay, so we need to fix this bridge because that's a little rough. So we need to slope that. Bit of a hill there. I can live with it. Well, then we need to work on this bridge. And then our really long tunnel. Over there is where we're going to come out. Holy shit. This is so weird. But there's a mod that will actually like animate in like you're inside of a tunnel and not show you the underground clipping. Is this too sharp of a turn? Nah, it's pretty gentle. Yeah, it's gentle. I dig it. Incredibly expensive highway with all this tunnel work. So now he should, yeah, go across, loop back in, and then go down to that next interchange. We have trees in the middle of the road. I'll have to go deal with that. Don't know that a tree in the middle of the road is the best thing. Yeah, look at that. And if they're seeing that as a shorter route, why are there trees in the middle of the road? Can we not have trees in the middle of the road, please? Oh, there's tree anarchy on. I really hope not. If so, we're going to have trees popping up all over the place. That's kind of funky right there, too. Let's fix this real quick. Yeah. Usually there's a tree anarchy button right here. Where is it? Anarchy. Plow, block, resistance, tree anarchy, tree snapping, tree anarchy. Not on. So why didn't it delete that tree when I wiggled the road? Was it going to let me put a tree in the middle of the highway? No. Okay, it's not on. Cool. So not a lot of utilization, but some. But if they see that as a quicker path to over here, what that should mean is it will take some of the stress off this intersection. Because now they won't want to go up to the city to get on the highway. They'll want to come over here. So some are using it. And what I'm also happy to see is some of our industrial. This is already getting better than it was. This was backed up to like way down here. This was backed up to way down there. Both of these sides were backed way up. And this was just a parking lot in here. It's still not good, but it's better. I might be able to make this work out a little bit better by having some more connectivity down through here. But I'm glad to see them coming at least down here and going this way than all of them trying to go out that way. All right, so that's one connection. Oh, we got more cars coming through. Yes, where are you guys coming from and where are you going to? Your owner is there. I wonder where you were. Why were you way over there? There's no real way to find out. So his owner is the large warehouse there, and he's going over there. So cool. That, see, there's one less truck that's going through this intersection. That makes me happy. All right, Kiltastic. Go enjoy hockey. I think this is just going to sort itself out. Yeah, this is already getting better. I could probably get rid of this time traffic light. Just this connection here has done wonders. Now, I need to figure out how I'm going to connect this because they come in at such a weird angle to each other. And I don't know how to do it. Without just like making a sudden turn here and bringing this in an intersection here, but then that's going to get in the way of the railroad. Plus, I'd rather it just kind of flow a little bit better through here. I'm going to think about that while I go grab another Dr. Pepper because I need caffeine. So I will be right back, gang. All right, let's figure this out. First, I'm going to pause and get rid of a large section of this railroad track. And then I'm going to switch to 2-lane. The highway. I'm just going to bring this up to where it's closer. And then what I want to do here is just a nice simple connection. I'm fine with it being a long connection. Totally fine. A really long connection there. And then this side, if I raise that up into a bridge, I can get them going that way. So let's do that. Let's make a bridge. Let's make it the shortest bridge I can. I think 9 meters is what I have to get over. Highway, and I'm not sure if it's going to want to cross the highway because, it will, cool. Oh, not at a 180, I bet it won't. Yeah, it's never going to want to do that, so I'm going to have to use anarchy to get that in. Bring it to right there, and then curve it back down like that. And then just turn anarchy. There we go. And that can connect in right there. No, let's go right there. It's a little bit past that one. So that gets those two directions connected. But now what I need is a way for this side to get over here. And this side to get over there. And that's going to be a little trickier. We're also going to want to upgrade this to 4 lanes. Right here, 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 and here. Just to give them a little bit of room to merge. And have a dedicated exit lane. And I'll probably bump this down to 2 lanes. So what we could do here is, I don't know. So this side's going this way, but I also need a way for them to go this way. That one I think is going to be a little easier. I think I can just come in here and maybe about here. Ooh, it doesn't like that. Kind of come off and then up and around and then in, and that'll get them connected. So it means I can take all of this down to 2 lane. I don't know, that's not the most ideal ramp there, but it works. I want this to be 4 lane. Where's my 3 lane now? Okay, so we want them to stay 3 lane to there. That's really not a good ramp. I mean, I guess it's not bad. It's not super sharp. It'll work. I just wish it was closer to, like, down here. And then we need to get... So we've got this lane connected both directions. We now need to get it so that... This lane can come off and go that way. This lane can come off and go both directions. We need a connection... That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. We're missing something. We're missing a connection. There should be 4 connections here. Or it does, no, there doesn't need to be 4 connections here because this way doesn't need to be able to exit coming this way. Because there's no reason for it. Oh, it's this side. This side needs to go over to there. We need to wait for these guys to get off and go over there. So that's where I think we're going to need, like, another bridge. And I think I'm going to just try to get it in right here. And bring it right up alongside the highway. Let's actually start with a straight segment where I want it to be, and then connect it back from there. Doesn't really want to, but we're going to make it. Yep. So then this needs to be 4 lane here, here, here. So that they've got the 2 dedicated exit ramps. And this needs to be 2 lane. All through here. And now we have 2 choices of what we can do here. We can either tunnel and go under the highway or have an even higher overpass that goes over the highway. And I think the latter is the better. This is really short. Let me get a truck to come through here. Are they clearing that? Yeah, not as much as I'd like them to, though. So let's raise this one up a little bit. Just both sides of the highway. Where's that truck? There it is. I need this node and this node as well. Just make that not so claustrophobic. There we go. So we would have to get a bridge that goes higher than that. But if we start bringing it here, that could loop and come right back that way. This is why I don't normally build my own highway and exchanges, because I'm no good at it. There's nowhere that you're going to be happy, is there? There's nothing you're going to be happy about with this, are you? You're just always going to say that you can't do it. Maybe if we go shorter. Oh, it's just like, I can't do that. Sorry, friend. Wait. I said it was going to, but that's... No, that's idiots. That's way too sharp. Where is it? I think that's way too sharp. I'd rather it be something more like that, so we're going to use anarchy. We aim for about here. We won't have to go too much higher here, because this will be already high enough, I believe. I'd like you to be straight, please. Just this little segment, please. Be straight. There we go. And then bring it out. We're going to start turning here and then down. That's not too bad. Just the slope is funky, but we can fix the slope. So I want to fix all of these slopes. I mean, it's hideous, but it's functional. I would have preferred it had all been right there, but whatever. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a bridge builder. A bridge destroyer. I don't know what that means. So slope. I'm gonna slope. Oh geez. Oops, nope. From here to there, and hope that that doesn't get too low there. No, that'll be fine. And then we want all of this to remain at the same height here as that, so it's nice and flat. But it doesn't look flat. Maybe to the height of this. Did I miss a node? No? This looks like it raises up there. I don't know. Maybe it's optical illusion because this side's not sloped. Let's do one more bridge segment. What do you mean you can't upgrade that? Oh, there, now you can. And slope this off to here. Sweet. It's a little sharper than I'd like it to be coming in. Hey, that's a really steep turn there. I don't want that to be a bridge. Yeah. And then we'll just leave this 3-lane to here. Cool, not really, but I think it'll function. Oh, we didn't reconnect the train. And that's the one I don't know how I'm gonna get through here. God, this is not, I don't like this. I think that should happen more down here. I really do. I think that's just too far away. I don't like it. That should be happening more here. Just do it with dirt roads, and then we can upgrade. Right here is where this should be coming off and joining in. And I don't want it to be that steep of an angle. I'm going to get the smallest I can get away with here, which is right about like that. And then bring it up. I don't know how high we need to bring it up, so now we got to go over a much taller bridge. Start going up there. Keep coming up here. Come on, you can do this. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's tall enough. Cool. And then, like, there. And then we'll adjust these heights because that's ridiculous. But first, we'll upgrade it to the road that we want. Want that to be on the ground, actually. Take that back. Oh, that to be a bridge. Slope too steep. Any more. And then I want that to be on the ground. Alright, let's bring this down now, because that's way too high. Way down. To about there. Yeah, that'll work. Oof. This is tough work. Bridge building. Gives you appreciation for engineers, doesn't it? And slope from there to there. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, I screwed it up. It's alright, we can fix it. Bring these back up. Right where they were. Perfect. That worked out well. All I had to do was hit it and it knew right where they were. And then reslope. I still had the other side selected, is what caused that. Like I still had this side selected. There we go. Yeah, that's where that should happen. This I'm still not totally thrilled about, but I don't really know what else to do with it other than have it like go over and back over again. And that just seems kind of weird. And then I just want to kind of come in here and clean this up a little bit. The snapping turned on. We bring this out a little bit to make this a little smoother. Bring this in some. Ooh, no. Okay. Let me bring that in some. There we go. Pretty tight turn, but I think it'll be okay. This down here though is still a little tighter than I'd like it to be. Let's turn snapping off. I can't get that to merge a little bit better now. Turn it back on. Okay, it wants to do weird things. Then this needs to be 4-lane. Right here. For just 3 of them, and then back down. Oh, that's 3-lane, Brendan. Learn how to count. There we go. And then 3-lane the rest of the way. And then we just need to do some alignment here because I don't like what's aligned. So I come in here, I'm going to say I want this to line up with that, and that's going to bump that road over. And that'll make that a little bit better. And then over here, we need to upgrade some 4 lanes. We need to take this back down to 3 over here. That. And then we need to align these guys. And the one at the other end as well. So, this corner aligned with that corner. Here, hello. This corner, line of that corner. And so it just kind of adds a little gradual curve in there, makes it a little bit better. And then the same thing right here. Because you want the people going straight to just carry on, and the ones that are turning to be the ones that have to adjust. And the people going straight are adjusting a bit too, but what we can do then is come in here, grab this, bring this over some. Same down here. Bring that over, bring that over. Still like this to be gentler. Cool, and then we just need lane markings. So you stay in your lane. You stay in your lanes. You stay in your lanes. And whoopsie. You guys stay in your lanes. Now, how do we connect the train? Easy. A bridge. Make it a bridge. So what we do is maybe not have it go back down here or have it start coming back up here. So it needs to curve and go over there. So I'm just going to leave Anarchy turned on and do it. And then raise it up to where it needs to be. So that node, can't tell if it's the train node. I think that's the highway node. That's a highway node. That's a train node. That's a train node. So what I can do real quick is sync the highway temporarily. Get it out of my way so that I can grab the train. Nope. Now we'll just have to kind of eyeball it because obviously the highway is currently sunk. But I can eyeball it based upon this right here. And I think that's plenty high. And then we just reset the highway back to where it needs to be. Which is as easy as coming through here and grabbing those same nodes that we had just a minute ago. And setting them all back to the right height. Just there. Maybe. Possibly. Looks like my highways aren't quite the same level here. There we go. And we got a bit of a bump right here. So let's set this down there. Cool. And then just slope off the railroad bridge. Starting from here to there. It's not bad as it is, except right there at the 18%. 5%, bit much. Whatever. Oh, we're going to bring this back really far. 1.8, I can live with it. So let's make this section. I'm going to pause the game. All bridges. And that gets our brand new highway connected up on both ends. Granted, this end not as pretty as the other end. That's because I suck at building highway interchanges. And if ever you needed proof of that, well, there it is right there. That's pretty terrible. But look, we already have people using it. There's people who want to go back here. And that's exactly what I wanted. Let's see how many future trips are being planned. Quite a bit. I'd say that's taking about a quarter of our traffic off of this highway. Which is a good thing. Because what that also means is it's going to take it off this intersection. That's kind of busy. But it's also, like, look at how many fewer cars are already coming in this way. Which will hopefully let this clear up. That's the goal. So, how much are we paying in road maintenance now? Ooh, it almost doubled. We were at like 20 earlier. By the way, breadstick from Olive Garden. My parents have Olive Garden tonight. And I don't like Olive Garden. I just like the breadsticks, and that's it. We just need to do something about these bridges because they're pretty steep. Fine, 2% grade. I can live with that. Sorry, talking a mouthful. Oops, I go from there. That's better. And same thing down here. Go from the top and go out 3 both ways. And same thing over here. And this highway opens up, like I can have an exchange off of this to service this island. And this area right here. And right here, like I can just build bridges across. I can get this to come out and connect in somewhere and have an exchange to this highway. So this will get more utilization, though we're already starting to see a lot more traffic back here than we were now that it's connected on both ends. So, I mean, it only took us 2 hours to build, but we now have an entirely new highway that services the whole back side of the map. It makes me pretty happy. I don't know that we'll see a whole lot of traffic exiting this way because these people are pretty much leaving town. But I'm hoping to see, you know, over time, more of it exiting here. I'd like to give them a little bit more of a opportunity for a turn lane there. There we go. On that end. And a little more room to merge there. Just make sure our lane assignments are all still correct. They are. We did that weird thing again. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if I can get away with that here. Nope, I can tell it that's a middle. But what that does is just suddenly do weird things in the lane, so that's probably not the best idea. Ideally, you would want to do lane marking tool right there, but I'm not so hot with the lane marking tool. One of those things I still want to learn how to use. But I'm afraid that's a rabbit hole that once you go down it, you have to do it on every intersection in your city. And I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, not a whole lot of traffic coming this way. Let's see if there's any even planning on using this. Some, not a lot. And it's private vehicles right now, no cargo. You know, we actually might see cargo coming this way, though. We just saw a truck go there. Yeah, we are seeing cargo go that way because, yeah, we figured out earlier that they're seeing this now as a faster route to get back here. Which is good. We're back here, actually. See, they're coming over here. Why would you, dude, why would you come from all the way over there to export something when you've got a way to do that right here? Why? Is it because I used this? Well, fine. We're going to convert this into a regular one then. I mean, if that's going to cause us problems. If they're going to see that as preferential, well, then we'll just put this one in instead. Because I don't want them seeing that as preferential. I want them to use this one. Or the one that's closest to them. This is going to be a tricky connection. I want it to come off and this way. And then across. There we go. That way there's room for a full train there. Yeah, I don't want people coming from all over town to use this. I pretty much want this to be localized for back there. So, question is, with this new highway, with this new industry, and with the train depot, have we solved not enough goods in our retail? And I think the answer is yes. I don't see a single little thing popping up above anything saying not enough goods to sell. Sweet. It was expensive. We've got this guy saying not enough special goods, but For some reason, he's not getting plastics. I don't really know why. He has plastics, like, somewhere near him, I'm sure. Maybe. Should be plastics over here somewhere. Should be. Flour. Thought I had plastics over here somewhere. Do I not have plastics over here? We can add some, maybe. Paper. Flour. Animal products. Flour again. I don't think we need flour twice. Let's change this one to plastics. It'll have to empty first. And then do we have petroleum over here? I don't know if these guys use petroleum, though. I don't think any of these businesses use petroleum. Oh, these guys do. They seem to be alright. He's fine now, but we need to actually have plastics over here. So cool. We solved our problems. Wait, I see one. Where are you? Where'd it go? And he's pretty far from all the industry. There is, again, this warehouse back here, but it just doesn't really fill up, so they never send their trucks out. The only way I could resolve that would be to put it on empty. But then empty aims to sell the resource, which they'll export it. And I don't want that. So I might set this to fill instead. That way they'll import it, even though I don't really want them doing that. Or we could just put in a smaller warehouse. And I think that's the answer. If it's not going to be able to fill that large one, let's just do a small one. Because that's more likely to get filled up, unbalanced, and use those trucks to send everything out. Already it's delivering. So you'll see these things filling up even without trucks showing up. And what that is the nearby offices. They sell digital goods. But digital goods obviously don't have to be normally shipped. But if the office has surplus that isn't being bought, it will automatically store it here. But then what's funny is a truck will go deliver them, even though they're digital goods. So hopefully that will be enough to service this area over here. These guys over here are just really far away, and there's not a lot I can do about it. But I love our little leisure island. It's pretty cool. Oh, is this thing finally ready to be upgraded? It is. We can upgrade this to max. We can rate our ticket prices are at max. And now it is able to have 1,000 visitors, which at $100 or $50 a ticket can bring in quite a bit of cash. Next concert's not till March 19th. It's currently January 5th, so it should slowly start filling up. I don't know how many people can fit in the fan zone. I'm not really sure. So we've got the music club, which helps the festival area. And then we've got the cinema right here, which, you know, right next to a concert hall. Maybe not the best, but I don't know, cinemas tend to be pretty soundproof. So cool. All the major problems in the city sorted. We should have good death care. We've got a lot of dead people, but we've got more than enough capacity to go deal with it, and it looks like they're keeping up. The only thing I see is we're getting not enough raw materials down here, and we still have a bit of traffic here, but this has gone down. I really don't think I need this traffic light anymore. I think it's hindering things more than it's helping. Hampering. To put into a hamper. So we're going to kill this time traffic light. It was doing its job. It was necessary, but I think they'll be fine without it. I think traffic will figure itself out. Our problem is here, this intersection. And I can't put a traffic light here because it would cause a backup onto this road. The one thing I could do is maybe make this a one-way in and then have them come out all the other roads. It's really the only thing that would help. And I don't really like getting into one-ways and stuff like that. So what's our unemployment sitting at? Still at 8%, a little bit high. I don't want to do any more industry, though, because we are now exporting quite a bit. I'd like to get that balanced so we're not importing or exporting goods. Yet, strangely, all these places still say they're importing goods, yet we're only importing one. So I don't really understand why they say they're importing goods. What do we do over here? Oh yeah, we finally got the Hadron Collider because I got the mod that lets me click the radio button, even though I got rid of it because it was causing other problems. But it let me click that button, and it let me set this train station to my only intercity train station. So that's why I connected 2 more sets of tracks here. I still don't like that they can't get to both sides. I suppose I could fix that, maybe. I still like that they can't carry through, like, so a train coming here can only go back out. I don't like that it can't go that way. But if I connect all those, it's probably going to cause problems. There you go. We got cargo trains coming in. Yeah, we got a lot less traffic coming to this now that it's not that other one. We shouldn't see people coming from all the way across town to export here. However, we also start seeing a lot less traffic back here. Are we seeing anybody use this new exchange? Not yet, because there's not a whole lot back there yet. Well, one dude is. He seems pretty happy about it. Bit of a winding road there. Alright, so back to building city instead of highway. Because the highway is finished. We've got this connection here. That should be fine. I don't know that it'll ever need anything more than that. We might wind up building a small little neighborhood right here, but it'll all be low density. We are going to fill out this area. A little bit of that. Almost all of this. So let's come up here and finish this. See if we can't get this little corner finished off tonight. So relatively flat. That's good. So what I should be able to do is bring this road around and down. And then we can just stay on this grid until we get about here. So where's my collector? There it is. And it needs to be 1280. Like that. And what are we doing here between collectors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Run this to here. Are my guidelines still on? They are. Why are you in my way? Go away. Why am I not getting... There we go. Guideline. Oh, I don't want dirt roads. My bad. It's not straight. Be straight. Said every evangelical parent in the world when their kid comes out. Ooh, the key wall is causing problems. Many problems. Come on. Just right. Don't elevate like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You to the height of that down there. Thanks. Get rid of that and come back in and does it? Key wall is causing the issue here. So maybe we just don't have this here. Maybe that's the solution. And then we can put it back in. Now that we have, whoa, the road in. I don't know what has happened there. So this was 960. These need to be 900. And I'll make a connection there. This will be where we start turning. Looks like we got a little bit of lumpiest bumpiest back there that I need to fix. Maybe even the rest of this too. We definitely have some stuff not quite lining up. I'm not going to connect this one because that's going to give me a really close intersection. I mean, I guess I could do that and just have a little awkwardly shaped block there. All right with that. Let's fix this. Put it all down to that height. Cool. So that's where my wall needs to go. So let's grab that wall and bring that into... want it right here. Like that. There we go. No, actually I want it closer than that. Yeah, I want it right up against the road. So I have to use anarchy to do that. Not like right here. Like that. Yeah, right up against those roads. This one might not be as close as I'd like, but I'll live with it. And then this street can come down and around and connect over here somewhere. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to make this turn. It's going to be a little tricky. Because no matter what, this doesn't want to come out just right. And no matter what, it's just doesn't want to. So what if we bring this one up? Oh, that's not straight. That's not 90 degrees. Where does this go straight? Here? Yeah, it goes straight here. Okay. So then how far is that to here? 1,500. So not quite full block. Actually, I did that wrong. Actually, I think it goes straight here, doesn't it? It needs to be 660. And bring it down straight just a little bit. And then turn. I think that'll look better. Yeah, that looks better. And this one goes up 600. Go, what did we go here? 600, so let's go 300. Make our turn. And yeah, this is where that kind of breaks down on me. This is nice and straight though. That's 1, 2, it would be about 3, 4, so this should be the next collector.
19. The perfect cribbage hand, he.
What's up, Raisins? I think if I knew how to play cribbage, or what cribbage is, I'd probably get that reference. I don't know how to play cribbage. Don't hold it against me. What's up? How you doing? I doubt that fixed the zoning, but wonder if I can fix the zoning. If I come in here and get rid of all the zoning and then put it back. It does not want to get rid of all the zoning. There it goes. All these places that are broken, we're going to see if we can't fix the zoning. T-Hill, what is up? I don't know if 19 you can get a 29. You see the joke now. I don't get it. 19, the perfect cribbage hand. I don't understand. I don't know how to... What is cribbage? I've heard the name, but I don't know. I don't even know what it is. You've been lurking for quite a bit, watching my disaster of a highway develop. Yeah, it's still gonna break it when I do this. Oh well, we'll just have to have some broken zoning. And that'll just have to be okay. It'll give us some irregularly shaped buildings, so that'll be nice. Had to comment on cribbage. Okay, Google. What's cribbage? Cribbage is a card game traditionally for 2 players that involves playing and grouping cards in combination, which gains points. Boy, that really filled me right in, didn't it? It's really weird, but it's fun. Most card games are weird. This is gonna have a really tricky time connecting to that one, though. It involves pegging. Well, I mean, okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want this to come out a little better. Like, I want it to hit at one of these nodes perfect. But I don't want it to get too far away either. So if I go to this one, that's really far away for 2 collectors. But I think I'm going to have to live with it. Hey, Ed Crivo, what's going on? New! What's new for? What have I done? No, that's not what I want to do. 960. There we go. And then 900. Oh, come on. Let me just... There we go. Now I can see if I can make this look somewhat decent. If I go up 600. Do that. And then... Oof. Not ideal. As this is just not going to be able to connect, is it? There are worse intersections in the world. Bring this up 600 and connect that here to this one. I'm okay with this area having, you know, a bit of character to it. Nothing wrong with a bit of character. Let's bring that up to there. That's not quite long enough. Let's get rid of that for a second. Come on. Come on. Go the... it's gonna... When does the next drought start? Is that a clever hydrate joke? Thank you. So yeah, what's going on, Ed Crivo? How you doing? This the grid is off again. Oh well, whatever. It's close stuff. Oh, hit Timberborn. I don't know. Thought about playing it tonight. Oh, I brought that up too far, haven't I? I'm not in love with that intersection, but I think I can live with it. We'll connect that there, and then we'll connect this one here, and we'll just have some really odd connectivity through there. very odd connectivity through there. And then here, I think I want to bring this out just one more up here. Also, I need to start looking at the terrain heights. There we go. This should be alright. And then we'll turn again down here. Yeah. So, there. This is going to be the weird one, isn't it? Yep. And then I think we'll end this little neighborhood here. Just have this just be kind of a little forested area. Instead of trying to deal with this hill and getting weird lumpy bits, I think it'll be fine to just end it there. So I will bring this up another one. And another one again. Maybe no. But I will connect this here. And now I need to get this road to connect like to here. Triangle make nice, nice park. Yeah, I can make a nice park down there. Any one of these areas can make a nice park. Not so happy with this. It looks so funky. Okay, so I gotta get this road down to here, because I don't want this to just be a cul-de-sac up here. So, wish me luck. I'm gonna try to terraform it. First of all, I want this to be more than a single pixel. I want it to be about the width of this road. There we go. So, we're gonna go here and try to bring this in. Let's give it a nice little pad to follow here. Oh, hello, Jet. Photobombing my road building. And then grab this dude. Go to freeform. Oh my god, all the jets. And try to get this down here nicely. Right to about there. And then we'll use the curved road tool to finish that off. And that should have followed my slope pretty well. Yeah. So I could bring the key wall on over, but I don't know that that's steep enough to really justify. But what we could do is, so I want to put this in, bring it to here, but have it like, yeah, exactly what it's wanting to do. Just bring it straight down like that, and just have it kind of slope naturally. However, I don't like that it's raised up in a couple areas. I don't think we need it to be that high, or maybe we do. Let's look at the train. No, I'll just soften the train. I'd rather move the dirt than have the wall be all lumpy. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Always good to have new faces around the channel. If you are new, I stream 3 days a week. So it's about to go up to 5. I'm just still working on what that schedule is going to look like. And I stream a huge variety of games, though Cities Skylines is very regular in the rotation. And wall is still not all the same height. So this needs to be fixed. And here in a second I'll show you guys the big project that we did tonight. All of that needs, I don't know why I selected this one there. All of that needs to be the height of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want. Now let's smooth that again. Much better. And that gives us a little more space back here we can work with. So, it's so hard to see the city. There's a lot of really good buildable land that's back here. A little bit back here. Just not a lot, but some. But mainly this big area, some in here, and in this, and over here on this kind of peninsula that sticks out into the river. Don't want to build over here in the hills, and I don't want to build over here because it's just dry, arid land. The problem I was facing is twofold. to be able to get a road back here would have meant either connecting a really long just arterial or collector up to here, which would have put extra stress on these two interchanges to bring all the traffic back here. Additionally, to build all of this in would have put extra stress on that interchange and that interchange. With this one's already struggling. So I didn't want to just funnel all the traffic through the existing interchanges. So I built this highway tonight. This is kind of an ugly intersection, so I'll show it to you first. So we branched off and we came in parallel to the railroad, and then we just followed the terrain here and built a nice highway all the way back here. Tunnels under this pretty steep hill. Comes across, gets us over here to this little bit that we want to build on with room to get some exits in. Then tunnels under this big hilly bit and comes out to this very nice interchange, which is one I got from the Steam Workshop. The one way down there I built, and that's why it's ugly, because I suck at building these. Not a whole lot of utilization just yet, simply because there's really nothing back there yet. But I do foresee in the future, as we continue to build out the city, that we'll see more and more of this and this being used. I'm seeing more traffic coming this way than anything else. And I think that's mainly because we have an industrial area back here. What that's also done is this industrial area was pretty much a cul-de-sac. It really only had this way to get into the city or out that way. So by getting the highway connected here with this little just basic interchange here, and also getting them connected up over that way, it has solved most of this traffic. It's still really busy here, but it's now flowing. This was just gridlock 2.5 hours ago. So we've definitely improved this by building this highway and getting this connected. And then I just want to finish off this area tonight, because that will get this side of the map done. I think I can just do a connection straight down here. I don't love it, but again, I can live with it. And we've got this that just kind of dead ends. What do I want to do about that? I guess we'll do that. Just have a really short block there. Yes. And then just double check my train here. Yeah, I really don't want to start going up that hill. It raises up pretty quick. And I think it'd be nice to just have kind of this area just secluded. We can maybe put a city park. It's planes. I don't know why I actually looked up in the air for a plane in the video game, but whatever. Oh, somebody's got trash problems? You shouldn't have garbage problems. Though there's zero collection over here. I could put in... Let's see. How are you guys doing? All your trucks are out. Only half of your trucks are out. This train looks really weird because there's an earthquake here. Oh, also off camera, since I last streamed the city, I redid all of the bus lines in the city. Because they were just kind of really disjointed, like, because we fitted them in as we built each new neighborhood, but then they didn't make sense anymore how they were connecting different neighborhoods to mass transit. So I deleted every bus line there was and redid them. And we're seeing a lot more ridership as a result. We were only at about 2,500. Now we're getting 4,600. We still have a couple that aren't seeing a whole lot of utilization, like this one back here. But then again, this is really low density, so I wasn't really expecting to see a lot here on the hillside. I do love this hillside community though. It just looks like, from down here in the city, if I can get a view of it, it just looks like a forested hill. But then when you're up in it, it's just... what a beautiful place that would be to live. And then these dudes that are over here just get a lovely view of the river and the nature reserve across. Granted, now in the distance, I also see a highway, but... Oh, no, I did also see the highway. It's way over there. This road will eventually change. This is just a placeholder for now. It needs work. Anyway, back over here. I'm trying to get stuff accomplished. I keep getting distracted by my own work. So we already have a lot of water pipes in, so let's... He's connected through here. Trying to keep them under the roads where they belong. City Planner Plays would be very proud of me. Let's turn snapping off. Make some connections through here. Let's do a weird connection here because I don't really need that. And same thing here. We're going to do kind of a strange connection. Right here. And then we just need to get some water up here for these guys. I think we'll just run one all the way down through here. Like that. Cool. Then what I want to see is our services. I don't need healthcare simply because we have the medical center. But what I've discovered is our birth rate isn't staying too far ahead of our death rate anymore. And I think it's because we stopped building childcare centers. Our childcare health is fine. So we don't need them for the health, but these do also increase the birth rate. Whoops. So I've got a few, not enough. So I need to start using them again. So I want one that kind of covers, let's turn Anarchy off, this whole new area we just built. Because if I don't need schools anymore because we have the Hadron Collider somewhere over here. There it is. It's not benefiting the universities, though, because I wanted my 3 huge university campuses to not go broke. Because they're bringing in a decent amount of cash. In fact... Wow. If it weren't for the university, we'd be losing money. Even though we're making $600,000 a week for all of our industries, most of it from oil and then the specialized industries, our city is only making $159,000. Mainly because we've got massive bills. I mean, just huge. I don't know why the healthcare is still so high. I thought I got rid of all the hospitals because we don't need them. Our biggest expense is industry itself. We're spending a lot on policies. I wonder if there's any policies we could get rid of. And we don't need power usage and water usage. We've got ample water and ample power. So that'll save us a lot right there. And we should see this number ticking down. Yeah, I don't know what it was at with those two on, but with as many buildings as we had or have in this city, those were very expensive because that's 5 credits and that's 5 credits. So between those, there's 10 credits for every single building in the city, which is a lot. Recycling, I probably want to keep on just because my garbage collection is kind of centralized over here, so it'll help them get. I do have some back here as well, but I don't have a whole lot. We'll probably wind up getting some back in here with our industry. Parks Recreation we don't need. Education boost should probably leave it on. I could turn free public transport off. It doesn't cost me anything. We just lose money on transport. Harsh prison sentences doesn't cost us anything. Recycling plastic does, and we've got a lot of recycling centers. Park maintenance boost costs us a little bit, but not too bad. Wi-Fi, though. Free Wi-Fi. Ooh. That's costing us 2 credits per building. No more free Wi-Fi for you. For-profit education just makes us money. And then over here, these make us money. This one costs us, but I think it's worth it. Simply because we get a lot of storms and we get a lot of fires. And we were having neighborhoods burned down. This has helped. And then the rest of these. The boost connections is expensive, but I think we need it. But there we go. We're making now 270,000. This is down by over 100 grand already. So that was a good idea to turn that off. All right, so we got our childcare in. Let's look at our fire coverage in this area. It's pretty good. So let's just get one kind of over here in the corner. And then police coverage, about the same. And then death care, I'm going to go with the cryo preservatory. Let's freeze all of our dead people. It has a bigger range and more vehicles. It can only store 120 patients, but I don't think it fills up. I think that's just like it can have 20 people waiting to be 120 people waiting to be frozen, but then once they're frozen, they don't count anymore. But it has more cars than the crematorium does. So we don't need schools. So it looks like we're good with all of our other coverages in here. We just need to think about a bus line that covers all of this. And I would like... I don't know that having it come all the way over here to get them to the subway is a good idea or not. I guess it's not that far. It's only, what, 5 blocks? 6 blocks? Or I could just make it close to these stops. There's a stop there, so if I put a stop here, they can just transfer and then go over to the subway. Or they can just walk the rest of the way to the subway. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do a loop down here and be done with it. Let's go every couple blocks here. Let's get our stops kind of close. Where's that one? There. So we'll go there. And then we'll bump up to like here. And then we've got a stop for that line there. So let's go to here. And then I want to loop it back around so that you can catch the bus going both ways. And that should be enough public transit coverage for that area. Because they can go here, walk down here to get the subway, or they can go to this one, walk and get the subway, or they can catch another bus here. So that, I think that'll be fine. We don't have a district here yet, and I don't know exactly what I want to make this area. Like, I think I want to go ahead and do a high-rise band so that only over there is the taller buildings, and it starts tapering off so that it looks a little more natural up against this stuff on the other side of the highway. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a high-rise band. Let's come in with a smaller thing and just trace our outline here. A little tricky to get right up in there. I'll just go ahead and put it on this road, and if we manage to catch a couple of these existing buildings, that's okay. It's out like that. Give me a spot here so I can start coloring in. This up here, though, I think I want this to stay in this district. Very carefully do that. And then get this back here as well, just to be sure we've got it covered. There we go. And then this, now follow this road and push that right back up against that key wall. Which isn't really a key wall anymore because it's not on the water, but whatever. Chirper, you messed up my line. Fill some of that in, go to the bigger blob, and fill the whole thing in. There we go. So this is Concord Hills, policies, city planning, high-rise ban, and then the reason I wanted to get it named and get a district in there, so I want to come in here, plus number 27. Whoopsie. Concord Hills. And we'll make that kind of a purpley color after Concord grapes. Well, Concord grapes are green, aren't they? Whatever, it doesn't matter. And we've already got the buses running, so as soon as we start building here, yeah, our high-rise ban took out those buildings, but whatever, it's okay. They'll live. So we're ready to zone, and honestly, even though we've got a big residential demand, Concord grapes are purple. Oh, okay. Even though we got a big residential demand, we have pretty big unemployment. So this is going to be primarily commercial and offices. We'll leave a little space for some residential, but I'm going to go heavy on both commercial and offices. Like, really heavy. Oh, you know what we don't have in here are parks. We need some parks. Let's think about that real quick. That's a good place for that, because what we can do with that is make this all look like a park. This whole little block right here. Grab our paths and just do some connections. And then we'll add some trees there. So we just won't zone in that area, and it'll just look like one big park with a playground in it. So that's good for that side. Can I get the big park with trees in here anywhere? I can't. Can I get the small park in here? Yeah. Let's put that like right here. I like that. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing. Just leave this unzoned. Run that to there. And it'll look like one big cohesive unit. Can I get this here? That's going to be too short. So we can connect there, there, and there. That's good. Cool. Not getting a whole lot of commercial building in here. Which is kind of a head scratch. No, I don't think I'm going to zone back here at all. Let's do a little bit here and here. Just basically along my collectors, I want commercial, and then a lot of office. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. A lot of offices. And that should kill my office demand completely. And then once this starts building, we'll have an idea of... oh, we didn't want to build there. We'll have an idea of how much space we... or how much residential we actually need. I'll eventually get that sentence completed. Let's just go like that there. There. And make this all office here and here and here and here. And that should give us the buffer that we need for sound. And then we're going to let this build out, which is going to take a minute. So while that's working, I just want to check that my lane arrows all adjusted, and they did. I am a bit worried about building this close here, that this is going to become problematic again, but I think we solved it by doing the double turn lanes. We did that a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. It should hold up. So what kind of park do we want here? We've got this memorial park over here that we could just extend it and make it one big park, even though they wouldn't be connected. I think I like that idea. Let's just make it a city park and bring it over to here. I don't know how well these assets are gonna work, and then I can sever that and they'll still be the same park. I just don't know how well the assets are gonna work on this hill. You know, to the coast, we might be able to use some of this stuff. So we need a couple park gates. And they can just be side gates because we already have a main gate in the other section. I think 2 will be fine for over here. And just run a path that kind of meanders through the area. I wanted to get too terribly close to the highway. Have like a cut through. Like that. Cool. And then we'll fence it off. So we're not going to zone back here. There, and then curved about there. It's not right up against the road. Am I okay with that? Not really. Let's try to get this to work. Turn off all of our snap twos here. See if I can't get this to line up. Nope. Okay. We're going to have to go a little bit smaller. Wait, it does not want to curve to this road, does it? There we go. Right alongside the road till we get past here, and then we can just kind of curve back here, just as a like, hey, stay in the park, people type thing. Speed run to there, and then we'll bring it over to here. Like right there. And then we'll connect this up on this curve. Come on, you can do that. Yeah, you can. You can totally make that curve. Or maybe you can't. Okay, so what we'll do is grab this and back that off a little bit. Distance too short. Your distance is too short. I don't know what you're talking about. Will you go above ground, please? Fine, I'll click it myself. And yes, I am arguing with the game. I do that. And I can just grab this and move it back up. Bring that in, cool. And then I've just got this last little section here. That connects beautifully. Nice. So let's look at what the amenities in here look like when placed on this hill. I don't know if they're going to be all blobby. Oh, they're fine. So we'll put a plaza there, and I'll put another plaza directly opposite it. Like that. Yeah, it looks alright. And then we'll do the chessboards. We're going to make this a plaza-heavy place here. There we go. And then by them, we're going to do the cafe and the restrooms, and then an info booth on that side. So you can come here, play your big giant chessboards, look at the pond, though that is hideous right there. So it's not playing nice with the terrain. Yeah, that's pretty bad too. That's fine. Like, it's gonna slope up, that's fine. Oof. So if I lower this... Oh, not that much. I lower this down. That's a little better. Let's see about this one. There you go, that's a little better. Oops. Yeah, it works for both those. Cool. And then we'll get some children's play places in here as well. We'll do a couple of them, of each one, wherever we can get them. So, like, this is the main park area here. I'm going to do something a little bit different with the backside. Because we're not limited to just City Parks assets, and that's too steep to put piers in. What I'm going to do back here, you can mix and match your park stuff. I am going to put in just a couple of campsites back here. So you can also come back here and go camping right next to the highway. Who doesn't want to do that? I'm going to put a lean-to shelter there and surround it by a few tents. There you go. Nice little campsite. You got your little shelter. Let's give them a bathroom. Let's not paint a bunch of bathrooms. Let's just pop it back. There we go. Take care of that need. We'll even give you a little well back here so you can get some water. And here, have a boat. There we go, cool. This isn't up high enough up on a hill to do an overlook or anything. I'm not gonna worry with it. And then we're going to throw in some rock climbing back here because I think that would look good. Right there. So we can mix and match the assets from all the different parks once you've got them unlocked, which I think is kind of nice. And then back here, we're going to paint in the trees real heavy so that it feels like, even though you're close to the highway, it still feels really isolated. And I think here we'll do like a hunting cabin. And I think we'll do one more hunting cabin here, and I think that's enough back here. A little bit of camping, a little bit of hunting, and we're good. So we're going to grab this tree, bring our brush size up, our intensity up, and we're just going to blanket this area back here with trees. Just really dense forestry. All the way up to the fence line here. And right up to the highway. Because trees in this game do block noise. Not that the people camping care about it, because they don't. But I think for, you know, realism's sake. So even though there's a highway right there, you don't see it. And so you really feel like you're out in nature, even though you're right there by a major highway, a major collector, and a downtown area. So it works. Water, however, does not work. So we need to come over here and expand our water collection. Oof. Where are my water towers? Out over here. Do I want to keep putting water towers out here? I think I do. This should solve the problem. I think 3 of them will take care of it. Yep. Sewage getting a little low, but that's okay. We'll deal with that when we have to deal with it. We got plenty of power, but when it rains, power gets a little scarce. Anybody using this yet? No, still. Oh no, this guy is. Where are you going? Oh wow, you were exporting something. Bruce Enterprises. There must be a lot of businesses called Bruce Enterprises. I see that name a lot tonight. So cool. It's now just a matter of waiting for this to all develop. Even though it says we have residential demand, again, our unemployment is at 10%. I don't want to build houses until we have a better handle on unemployment. Holy cow, this place is making some money. You give something for the beavers to chop down with all the trees? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this park's making bank. It helps that it's one big park for the other side. My favorite is this massive nature center, though. I still think it needs a connection that comes down through here. That wouldn't be too hard to make happen, actually. It looks like it's got a pretty natural slope to it already. Right there gets a bit iffy. Yeah, I guess not. Well, maybe. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's turn this back on. Turn all these off. So we're trying to get up to here. kind of bring it around and up like that. And kind of follow this ridge and then that ridge. What does that look like? Is that too steep anywhere? I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And I think that just kind of gives them a little bit more connectivity through there, because otherwise you would have had to walk all the way around there and back up. I mean, it's still a long trek no matter what. Not going to be able to really get this connected. That's just asking too much. And the same here. They're just going to have to deal with it. But I love it. Even though not a lot of people come here, I still love this park. It's my favorite one. They're slowly filling this in. Oh yeah, I wanted to see how much money we made off our last concert, but we missed it. When's our next one? May 13th. I just want to see how full this thing gets. So I gotta keep my eye on the calendar. It's February 2nd. There's, for some reason, 6 people here already. 3 months early, 15 people here. And Lily LaRue is going to be playing. So we need to leave the ad campaign in because it does attract more people. But man, it's costing us a lot of money. $9 grand a week. And then the premium studio. So this costs us $12,000 a week. The concerts only happen every 7 months. And at max, are going to make $50,000. Oof. So this place is basically losing money. Plus another $1,600 upkeep. The last concert made us $44,000. So not even enough to pay for 3 weeks of upkeep on this. But it draws a lot of tourists. A lot of tourists into the area. And we're at 93% attractiveness. We're bringing in 4,300 tourists a week. Which is kind of nice. Granted, a lot of them are exchange students, but they still function as tourists. And we've got our tourism spread out nicely. Like, there's a big pocket of it back here by the airport, which makes sense. But then there's other things as well. Like, we then come over here, then grab the ferry. Speaking of, I think we have a rocket ready to launch. We do. What should we name? Bluebird Heavy 5 when it's Bluebird Heavy 5. But we need a name for the 6th rocket launch. We've had Tabitha, Steve, George II of Alakazam, and Bluebird Heavy 5. So we need a rocket name. Feel free to suggest something. I still like my quarry. I think my quarry looks cool. Bubtastic. Bubtastic it is. Bubtastic. There we go. Bubtastic is ready to launch. Let's do it. As usual, follow the rocket up. Though we're not going to go in that first-person camera on the rocket because it's weird. I love these launches. I also like how happy they make people. Oh, we have a little bit of a death problem here. Here and there. Uh-oh. Autosave isn't launched. Climbs so fast. Look at that. Look how high we already are. Now we're at... Shouldn't they have shut down air traffic when this thing's launching? That seems really unsafe. Could it go? Bubtastic was successful. I don't know if these launches ever fail or not. I don't think they do. I think Chirpex has a really good record. Whoop. Rocket's phasing in existence. There we go. It's like, don't get too close. Look at that. Look how high we are. Eventually it just disappears. Alright, that's good. Cool. And we didn't see it, but that spread a wave of happiness for everyone who could see the launch. It's still up there somewhere. How's our airport doing? Not as many active flights, but it was up to like 3,000 active flights, but it's still doing really well. Not making any money right now. It's really odd for that many active flights. Got a bit of a cargo plane situation again. You clip in the launch for the bub, do it. So I was in a voice chat the other night, and I was playing Cities Skylines. And I just, you know, if you're in a voice chat and you're playing a game, it'll say you can stream the game. So I just hit stream. And people actually started watching. And like, wait, isn't this the game that has disasters? So I saved a copy, and we obliterated the city with disasters. Just absolutely destroyed it. The airport had a massive meteor hit right in the middle. Left a huge crater. Though the runway survived, even though it hit right here. Runway was fine. It was just a big crater, and the runway just bridged it. Don't ask me how. This runway is made out of crater-proof material that can auto-create a bridge. This is a man-made lake, if you can't tell, because I needed the place for the fire helicopter depot to get water closely. And we set wildfires, we had tornadoes, and we just generally destroyed the city. This is still not growing in. We've got a lot of office demand, though, so what I might do is get rid of some of this commercial that's not growing in. And rezone it office. Just have a lot of good mixed use back here. There you go, that'll be nice. And the commercial will really appreciate that because people will go straight from work straight to shopping. I do want to do some stuff along this side, so let's just do some offices, but target their sizes here so they don't do weird things to our land. There you go. Little basket Chirpex launch, nice. Do that, and I think I'll put just a little node. Hold on, let's go from here to here and do a little node of smaller commercial shops, like little cafes and such. This area still needs something, but I can't get trees in these areas. I can't get those little parks in these areas. But it's just so blank. There, and there. Like, a lot of these areas we were able to fill in. Oh my god, this keyboard is so sensitive. I just had my finger barely rest on escape. Optical switches, man. I may go back to my other keyboard. And then we filled in this big area over here, which is like a lot of these plazas. It's a little haphazard in some places, but I'm okay with it. The university fountains kind of throw it off. Not matching, but whatever. At least that stone is kind of close to the brick color. How many people are taking the ferry? 89. We're in March. Is this starting to fill up? Yeah, slowly. I just want to see what transit they're using to get here. Is there a way for me to tell that? Yes, there is. Nice. A lot of people are walking. A lot of people are just using our pedestrian bridge. Everybody else is driving. Looks like the ferry is about to drop some people off. Probably, yeah, it looks like a good number of people are coming in via the cable car because the number of arrows pick up pretty quick. So a lot of people driving their personal vehicles in, but a lot of people walking and using the ferry and the cable car. So that's not too shabby. Still not as many people using this ferry as I wish, though. I really wish this was getting a lot more usage, but for some reason, this is more appealing. Like, this probably has people pouring out of it. Or not. Where's the cars? Is there a way to get more cars? I guess there's enough cars on there. It seems like there's an awful big gap between them coming this way and going that way. Is there a limited, like a finite number of cable cars? We should see a good number. Yeah, whoa, they just jump out of there, don't they? Holy crap. Yeah, that's the fan zone part. Yeah, we're already up to 137. I want to see this place get maxed out. Just absolutely maxed out. Just realize we're running on low speed, though there's not much difference between low speed and high speed at a city this size. We were up to 168,000 citizens, but we are still sitting at 10% unemployment. Even though I just built a buttload of jobs over there. Man. Just cannot get unemployment under control. For some reason, they're just not taking mass transit to go to work. While we wait for this to fill up, I've had a lot of water and a lot of Dr. Pepper this evening. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick, so I'll be back in about 90 seconds. All right, we are back. So, as I walked in, I was reminded I finally adjusted my lights behind me. These back here, the twinkly ones, that are programmable. For the longest time, when I first put them up, I started on that far end down there and strung them over. But I didn't calculate quite right, and so I had to wind up looping back a little bit and bringing them back across. So they're really dense right here. But it also messed up the ability to do a pattern left to right or right to left, which is kind of the whole point of these. Because I had the end of it ended about here. And so the patterns would get messed up. So I couldn't ever do any good patterns, so I just always did a bunch of random stuff instead. So 2 days ago, I pulled that thing out from the wall and actually spaced them out evenly all the way across the width of it. So I could do some patterns, and that got me to thinking. So it still does 4 just random effect things, but then it has 6 variations of pride flags. Currently, obviously, it's doing the gay pride flag with the rainbow. We have the general LGBT pride. There's a bisexual one. There's the non-binary, transgender, And there's one more that's in there. Oh, and pansexual. All their various pride flags with their various color combinations. And I'm really proud of it. I think it's a nice, subtle little way to celebrate diversity. And holy cow, there's 750 people here. Oh, with the concert starting in like 5 days. Is that all we're going to get? Is this not going to max out to 1,000? I'd really like to max this place out. And get the full 50 grand. Everybody's at 100 popularity, so the bands are as popular as they can get. We're almost at 800. Concert starts in 1 day. And it will actually, like, she'll just magically appear here playing her guitar. Actually, it's supposed to start now. It is May 13th. It is now May 14th. She's late. She's a day late to her own. There we go. See? Just magically appears and starts playing. I really like this asset because it's got the screens so people back here can see. But then if you come across the Van Zone Park, it's the exact same screens. So these guys over here can enjoy the concert as well. And I think it's kind of cool. I like how they have that they're synchronized like that. Oh, there's a dead person here. Somebody got so excited about being at the concert, they've died. 817. I wonder if it can reach 1,000 before the concert ends. Yeah, I'm digging the new stuff on my lights behind me. I think it's a lot better. $820. I don't know how long a concert lasts. This one's been going 10 days already. That is a dedicated musician right there to play for 10 days solid. One song for 10 days. Wow, that is the extended cut. Oh, now she's gonna play the same song again. Encore. $827. We don't seem to really be piling people in like we were. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's still a lot of people walking up here. And then after they're done, they can go to the movies, they can go to the club, they can hit up all the leisure activities. If they brought their kids to the concert, they can go to the traffic park and let their kids ride the little go-karts, which I think is just such a cute little asset. Because if you look, it's actually kids, and there's like adults walking around, but it's actually children that are driving them, which is kind of a cool touch. Do I have the Bird and Bee Haven built? I don't think I do. Oh, that would be a good one to have over here too, but there's really nowhere to put it. Maybe I could get that over here somewhere. It's too big. Get it there, but then it's in the way of my what's its thingy? You know, the word that I can't think of. I'd really like to have this in here. It's a space already occupied by. I can move that. Yeah, that can move. This can go somewhere else. The Bird and Bee Haven's worth having. I think it fits nicely in with the zoo area. I don't know if that's really a haven for birds right here in the middle of everything like that. Oh yeah, we never went in and added the trees in that I wanted to add over here. I wanted to really blanket this with trees. The whole zoo area. Oh god, part of the zoo is burned down. I didn't even notice that. I knew there was something we were forgetting to do at the zoo. Yeah, this makes it look better. Learn about the birds and the bees, right? Maybe. And we'll rebuild that building in just a second. Come on, we can be denser than that up here, can't we? Just go to the other side of the road then, so that gets filled in. I want this really dense in the zoo. I mean, clearly it's already a fire hazard. Why not make it even more flammable by adding a ton of trees, right? Right up to the edge of the amusement park. I could use the forest brush tool and get this even denser, but I think this is good. Yeah, that's good. So what burned down? The moose and reindeer enclosure. Oh. Poor mooses and reindeers. Where's Rudolph? Oh. There's Dasher. There's Dancer. Comet and Vixen. What an odd combination. Oh, wait, are these the reindeer? Which one are the reindeer? Those are moose. These are reindeer. There we go. Okay, I know the difference. Now where's Rudolph? Can't tell the difference between a moose and a reindeer. None of you have red noses. Why is there a moose enclosure? Well, why not? You don't want to go look at moose in a zoo? Though those are awful small moose. If you've ever seen a moose in real life, jokers are massive. Concert still going? Nope, it is let out. We got close to maxed out on that one. Just 70 people away? No, just 7 people away from max. That's not too shabby. Now, where are they all going to leave? All through here? Yep. Nobody wants to ride the ferry still. Big sad. Big sad. This one gets some use at least. So I want to go back and look at our transit usage now that I've changed all my bus lines up. Make sure everything is keeping up. You have way too many trains. You don't need this many trains. That's a 29-kilometer route. Bump that down to like 4 trains. And see, this one's fine with just 2. This metro is like cranking people through here, man. Like all these cars, 406, 332, 259, they're just full. Like 250 people waiting to ride right there. And they'll have no trouble getting on because big cars. You're contemplating a laptop upgrade. Currently running a ThinkPad W550 with an i7-30. Oh yeah, it's time. Dude, have you seen the laptops that are actually designed to be upgraded over time? We might need one more car on this. We have 12 vehicles and how many stops? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The framework, yeah. I think if I was in the market to buy a laptop, I would buy a framework. They just did their first actual big upgrade that you can buy to fit in the last generation chassis with 12th gen parts. We are still at 12 or 10% unemployment. Man. I just cannot get unemployment under control. Let's come back here. Like, I seriously, if I was to be buying a laptop, I really think that would be the one I'd go for. I like the idea of an upgradable laptop. I just turned that into a park. Let's see if giving employment back here helps at all. Maybe this is where our big problem is. This is going to require a row of offices before I can do the commercial. Actually, no. Let's do low density commercial. That they won't make too much noise for the residential that's across the street. Then we can do a row of offices here. How are you doing tonight, Zarek? I really don't want to... Guess I can zone offices off of that. They won't create too much traffic. I don't want to zone any commercial on this road. Let's see if this helps our unemployment any. You're just frustrated because you're looking at a laptop 5 years newer and not seeing much improvement in CPU speed. Well, I mean, that's laptops. I mean, they've got to be able to deal with the heat. So they have to keep processor speed low. How is this park making so much money with only 100 visitors? Well, it's kind of hard to say if it really only has 100 visitors or not, though, because these two parks are connected. I think they were. Oh, they're not anymore. Did that happen? They're supposed to be. There you go, now they are. That way you can go from the amusement park to the zoo, and whichever entrance you go in is just the entrance you go in. They made quite a bit of bank too. Well, so let's see. These guys have 72 jobs, 73 filled, 286 jobs, 527 filled. They're missing them 200. We've got 15,000 more jobs than we have people working. So I don't understand why unemployment's just pegged at 10%. Usually by now it's recovered. Wow, putting in that one childcare center, look at what it did for our birth rate. Holy moly. Let's build another one of those back here. Oh, I guess I gave up on the path idea here. I mean, that's a big boom. Let's get it to where it covers a lot of this area here. Take out some of these offices that just got built. Actually, let's build it more over this way. Covers a lot of area. And there's one here. I didn't build any over here. So let's retrofit one in. Pick out a few buildings. And I don't think I built any in this area either. I didn't. So that one will lapse to about there. So if I build one right about here. I want to get this birth rate up. So the city, I mean, even though we've got unemployment, I want growth. So it was almost at 600. We'll see what that does over the next few minutes for our birth rate. It just went down. Great. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with this over here. Trees, I don't think is the answer. I mean, maybe I could do some trees like here along this edge. But then you really quickly run into the edge of the asset. And I don't want them blocking the view out to the water back here. But I'm okay with it framing that road. Here, I guess I could put trees. Or I could maybe do some more of those little parks. Let's do some more of those little parks. Where are they? Here? No, where are they? Here they are. It's too big. We need to go down a size or two. That's still too big. And then I just hit the button. I just don't know that that's what I want there. Maybe we'll just do some more trees right there. We'll do like... There's not windows or anything on this side of the building that we're going to be blocking a view. Let's do this. Let's just do some nice decorative trees. Do that. And then we'll come in here with this taller tree in between. And then come over here to our horse chestnut and fill in the rest of those gaps. I don't use the prop line tool if I can avoid it because it puts them in too straight of a line. I don't know if that's any better, really. Maybe if we then, like, sprinkle in some of this grasses. I want to be careful not to touch the road, because I don't want to upgrade the road to have just grasses on it. Just wherever these will fit, just to add some color. I guess that's better. I'm not all too thrilled with it. Can't get... I don't think I can get trees in here. Let's see if I can get a couple big oaks in this corner. Oh, I can. Yeah, that looks better. And I guess we could do the same over here. Maybe a little more intentionally this time. We just make a square of oaks. And then come in here and kind of randomly throw down some of these. Make a nice little wooded area there, right here by the pier. Guess that's not too shabby. This I just want to leave open. These trees are built in to the asset, but I want to leave that. I just like that while you're at the track and field, you get a nice view of the water. I like that. Maybe a fence would make it look a little better. Guess I could try a fence. What fence would we have here, though? Freaking, I gotta keep my hand away from the escape button. The park fence might look alright. But is it gonna let me do it, is the question. And I would have to go here, and the key wall doesn't want to let it go there. So I can't get a fence in there. So I turn this off. I guess I'll just eyeball it here. Looks fairly straight. And this is not going to want to go, but I'm going to turn on anarchy and make it work. And run that all the way over to here. There. I guess that makes it look a little better. Having the fence. We could maybe do the rhododendrons. Intel seems to be 7. Yes, the 8 was 8. Dude, my i7 8700K was the best processor from the i7 family I ever had. My mom has it now, and they're really energy efficient, and man, their speeds were phenomenal. Now here I will use the prop line tool. I want these a little closer than that. What I want to do is run them right against the fence here. I think I'm going to do a second line of them. That. That looks good. I like that. I don't know how much it's going to let me do back here. Yeah, that kind of makes that look better. And then we just have this little gap right here. I'm okay with that little gap right there. Over here, again, I just kind of want to leave that open. This side, you know, that would be windows looking out onto things, so I don't want to do too much right here, but we could do maybe just a few of, like, the tall eastern cottonwoods. But not block the view. Just, you can still see through there. But at least there's something. And then maybe come back in and do this here. Wrong one. I wish the edges lined up here. I didn't do anything. Why is it not putting them there? I'm going to have to do those individually by hand. Oh, it does not want to let me put that there at all. Alright, well, we'll just box it off here then. There we go. That looks a little better. And then maybe here we can just do just some trees. Just fill this in and make this a little secluded, so like as you walk down this sidewalk, you get like it just, oh wow, that's ugly right there. The friggin' earthquake detection. Let's hide that. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. There, I think I'm more pleased with this area. I don't need a fence around this. I think it's fine. But maybe we could do a wild shrub here. Or maybe we could just do like a lot of the grasses next. It's going to get in the way. Oh, that is not wild shrubs. That is trees. And it's not going to build it. There we go. Run that all the way to here. And all the way back to the street. Try to get these to connect down here. I don't know that we're going to have the best of luck, but we're going to give it a shot. That'll work. Makes it feel better, at least. Like a completed place. I want to leave it open, though, so that you get the views of the water. I just think that's important. Alright, so these guys back here, this is all filled in nicely. Yeah, in real life it would all be parking lot. I've got 3 very big parking garages here. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14's on that, and then 4 in this. Actually, 8. This is 16. 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 20 levels of parking. And each of those levels has how many spots? Quite a few. Granted, not enough to support, because, I mean, like, 2,200 people can visit. It is getting late. I'm about to wrap it up here in a minute. And then here, I think we could do something, but these assets are right against each other, so I don't think it'll let me. Yeah, I'm alright with this. This looks better than it did. Sadly, when you zoom out, you lose some of the fidelity, but whatever. Oh, hey, 6% unemployment. Now we're talking. We're getting there. That's better. Over here, we are going to go ahead and zone in some stuff. Heavy office there. No, I don't. I've changed my mind. Go away. Go away. I want commercial here. Commercial there. Strip of offices there. I stopped it short on purpose. Do a little strip commercial right along that collector. Because commercial really likes the collectors. And then if that all fills in, you know what? I bet we don't have back here. Yeah, we don't have good fire coverage and stuff back here. Let's get that addressed. I mean, there are smaller stations, but we don't have good coverage, so we're just gonna fix this right now. Make a slum and name it after you. You want the industrial park? We can make it Viborg's Industrial Park. Ah, crap, this doesn't have a district on it, and it's gonna make high rises. Oh well. I'll have to just... you know what? No, not oh well. I'm gonna fix it now. Let's extend Autumn Park on down. Here. How you doing, V-Board? And then we'll make all of this a district. Here. V1's Trailer Park. You know, there are trailer park assets for this game that you can download, and pretty damn realistic. There we go. So I want a high-rise ban here. This is the Oriental District. Odd, all the Oriental buildings are over there. Does this have a high-rise ban on it? It should have, yeah. So sadly, some of these buildings that just built in may now disappear because they were on a high-rise upgrade path. And now they're not. So down to 6% unemployment. We're doing better. So when we started out tonight, we had this complaint of not enough goods everywhere. Like, it was just everywhere you looked. And we had a lot of commercial constantly going out of business. So we got this industrial park in. Went from importing a massive amount of industrial goods to exporting a massive amount. We put in this new highway, connected it over here, and all the way back here, tunneled there, connected there. Redid the train lines to go over. That way we can get highway access off of this so it won't all have to funnel down through the city. Which should hopefully help eventually here. This side's flowing better. This side and this side are still pretty crap, though. Mainly because everybody wants in that same lane. Oh yeah, I never finished checking my mass transit. Wow, we're up to 5,000 a week on buses. That's fantastic. Ooh, we need more buses on this line. They didn't pick up anybody on that stop. And they probably won't pick up many there. There's 480, 490, 500. Yeah, they didn't pick up anybody. So we need like 4 more buses on this line. Man. This one's doing alright. It's got the one stop that's a little full, but the buses coming up to it aren't. So it'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. I can maybe give them 1 more bus. This line is fine. The game just really had a problem getting over here, didn't it? We do have a couple buses that are full, so we'll leave that at 100%. Here, again, we've got that one really busy stop. Looks like we have 2 really busy stops, so we'll leave it at 100%. I have no idea what this is. That one's a little busy. I'll give him one more bus. This one's fine. This one's a little busy. I think this can be solved, though, by just going to a larger bus. 10 more seats. That'll be good. Granted, it's going to take a while for those buses to get there. This one is fine. So that's number 3. They've got a couple busy stops on that one, so leave them there. That's a really noisy stop. Holy crap. Again, a couple busy stops, so leave it alone. Here, though, buses are right over 2/3 full. Let's bump it down to like 75-ish% for now. Oh, and here there's like only one bus that's full. But because of that one bus, I really think I need to leave it alone. It's nice and quiet out here. I like this town. And back to noise. Yeah, we're good there. And we got one bus that's about 2/3 full, so I think I can bump this down back to 100%. Let's go down one bus. Same here, like our busiest bus is only half full, so let's go to like 70. Oof. Okay, this is a busy one, so we need... Let's just go straight to the bendy bus on that one. Let's see how that does. That's number 26. Good God, how many bus stops do we have? Welcome back, Killtastic. We're about to wrap up. I'm just double checking my transit real quick. We have one that's pretty full, so we'll leave that alone. Ooh, we need bigger buses. We don't need more buses, we just need bigger buses, so let's give them the bendy bus. You can't watch it anymore? Is it going that bad? This one's doing okay. I don't know that it needs this many buses, but I've already cut it down to 64%, so I'll leave it alone. Underhill Square. It's fine. Looks like I've done a lot of these already. That one is moved down the list because we killed it. This one's fine. Actually, yeah, I'll leave it alone. This is number 15. Number 10. I feel like I'm repeating this here. Is it like changing every time I come in here? And we've got these that have like nobody on them, but whatever. So I think we're okay on transit. Just double check our subways real quick. Oh yeah, that one's, I don't even need cars that big. 250 people, I could go with a much smaller car, but we'll leave it alone. That one's fine. I don't even know that it really needs all 3 of those cars, but we'll leave it. So I'd rather people move out of the airport quickly and start spending money. So, did this dude fill up? Yeah, that's what I was wanting to see, is that this dude would get full so his trucks would start going. So we just had too big of a thing there. So the city's coming along nicely. We have lost quite a bit of population. We've lost like about 19,000 people since last time we streamed. But a big part of that is when I built this, for some reason the Hadron Collider always causes problems with unemployment. Because like people get educated and then don't go work. And then you just gotta way overbuild offices and commercial to deal with it, and it's kind of weird. So that's why I haven't zoned any residential at all, is because they need jobs right now. And we're not going to get our office and commercial demand back until this area fills in. I guess I could do a small strip of residential here just to spur that demand on a little bit better, and it'll help me demand over here because residents are way back there. I don't have any mass transit back here yet, but I've got lines that I can expand back this direction. So I think that puts us in a pretty good spot. I'm just really proud of the highway I built. That's the most ambitious highway project I've ever taken on in this game. I'm not super thrilled with my interchange. I'm okay with this bit down here. It's this that I don't like. I couldn't figure out a more elegant way to get them to be able to go that way. Though I don't know why anybody would, because that just takes them back into the city that they just left. But it's there, so whatever. Oh, I see one thing I didn't do that we're going to fix real quick. I'm in here and line these up a bit better, so that looks a little more coherent. That one's already done, and I think I did these other ones. Yeah, I did these other ones. Cool. So that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Let me see who we're going to raid. I don't know. Let's go say hi to Gecko. We haven't said hi to Gecko in a time. He's a good dude. That is the wrong thing. I just tried to start a poll. Gecko. Playing Stellaris, which is kind of a cool game. If you haven't seen it before. But hey, make sure you follow me on Twitter so you get announcements of all my live streams, videos, and lately a lot of Heartstopper related stuff because I'm in love with that show and you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's amazing. It's good. Go watch it. Make sure you subscribe over on YouTube and come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. There are your raid emotes. I will be back live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time with Endgame. I don't know what it is. You're welcome to drop suggestions in the Vainglorious Discord server. I'm fine with that. But for now, we're going to go say hi to our friend Gecko, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night. Have a great evening.